Ronnie Belliard.
Ben Sheets.
Richie Sexton.
Wow.
Ethan.
Stuck.
You're stuck already on S?
It has to start with S, or the last name has to start with S?
No, the first name starts with S.
Sam Fold.
Francisco Liriano.
Larry Walker.
Put me in a pickle.
Man, this guy's feeling the heat.
I thought I was bad at this type of stuff.
Walter Johnson. That's a bad one.
That's okay. Walter
Bad
Johnson.
name.
Jeremy Hermida.
Hank Blaylock.
Oh, Hank Blaylock.
I almost went with Hank Aaron, but you know,
Hank Blaylock is
that's
so
not
good.
how you play the game. It's not how you play the game.
Hank Blaylock.
If you're listening to this right now and you were thinking Hank Aaron, you need to learn how to play the game. And Ethan, you were pretty terrible there.
Ethan, honestly, man, I'm gonna let you.
I got
I'm gonna let you-
confused because it's supposed. Usually, I play at the
Ethan.
last letter of the last name.
Okay, we can discuss the rules
last
going forward.
bit.
We can discuss it going forward. Ethan, I'm gonna give you a second. Clear your head. Get yourself right. Okay. Hey, Chris.
Hey,
This is our first Pitch Clock live stream. Very excited for this.
very excited.
For
I got
those of
one.
you, no, too late. For those of you in the chat saying how Christopher Jackson had a bad day, not as bad as Ethan. Christopher Jackson, of course, George Washington.
That's right.
In Hamilton, who sang the national anthem and got the words wrong to open the Major League
Oh, he
Baseball
did?
season. And nothing funnier than George Washington not knowing the national anthem.
What
but-
part did he screw up? Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did, but it was early.
Okay.
It was an early one.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was not great. But speaking of music,
Yeah.
we talked about it earlier today on the show that we needed to have a Baseball is Back.
Oh, boy.
I saw several people in the chat talking about how I was putting the finishing touches.
Oh, boy.
And guys, I worked really, really, really hard on this.
Oh, boy.
Ethan created the video for me. Look, this had to happen quickly, but I'm really proud of it. So, Ethan?
Brian Dozier.
Ah, Brian Dozier. All right, Jason Lewis, please roll. Baseball is back, Jack.
Baseball, baseball, baseball. Baseball is back, Jack. Time for baseball, it's a sport. This is a baseball song, and I will not keep it short. Baseball's back, Jack. No times for bunts, we're hitting bombs. You can call them taters, bombinazos, or ding-dongs. They're playing games now. Done with PFPs and running laps. When baseball's back, I stand up and say, baseball is back, Jack. When they hit the ball into the air, a guy says, I got it. When your team's going for the wild card, they might have a guy named Daniel Bard. Man, you gotta try these Cracker Jacks because it's time where the baseball is back, Jack. Baseball, baseball, baseball. Baseball is back, Jack. Become a guy who's naming dudes. BJ Upton, Randy Choate, Cody Ross, John Olerud, Ruben Sierra, Samuel Sosa, or Big Mac. I just named guys who played the game a lot. Baseball is back, Jack. Baseball is back, Jack. Baseball is back, Jack.
So I'm hoping that can be my first Suey win.
Baseball is back, Jack.
Baseball is
Baseball
back.
is back, Jack.
Baseball is back,
The
Jack.
Cubbies are tied 1-1 at Wrigley Field.
That's not the exciting thing. O'Neal Cruz doesn't know how to play the outfield.
Oh, that's exciting stuff.
That was crazy.
Wow.
Guys, we
Wow.
turned on Peacock out here in the room when we were watching this game, and I was trying to convince some of the people in our office that are not huge baseball fans to understand how exciting today is, to understand what opening day is all about.
There's just something about it, man.
There is something about it. They were seeing the crowds. They were seeing the messed up national anthem.
What are those things called? The little half flags, little half circle flags?
Bunting.
There it is.
Yeah,
Those
bunting.
things.
The
Wow.
bunting.
Love
yeah,
those
the
things.
bunting. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they don't deserve no one needs to know they're called bunting. Just those.
Honestly,
what I said is how they're said.
Yeah, the little half flag
Yeah,
things
the little
that
half
are
flag.
red, white,
I
and
agree.
blue.
Yeah.
And so you see those little red, white, and blue half flags.
Yeah, little half circles.
And then that first inning between the Pirates and the Mets was mayhem.
Oh.
You have an O'Neill Cruz single against fastball Freddie Peralta, making his first start for the Mets.
FF.
Okay. And then Brandon Lau goes deep. And Brandon Lau makes you go, wow.
Brandon Lau on my list of guys that I didn't know played on a new team.
Yeah, he's on a
Pirates.
new team.
He's a Pirate.
Pirates added
Pirate.
a few guys. They also have Marcelo
Marcelo
Zuna.
Zuna.
How about
Yeah.
that one?
We'll be discovering a bunch
Rhino
of those.
Hearn.
Yeah, Ryan O'Hearn.
Hearn's
Those
Pirate.
are their big guys. Was listening to the broadcast, and they said the Pirates last year were 46-21 when they scored 4 runs or more, which is insane. That's how good their pitching was. Except in the first inning, Paul Skenes goes out there and he gets yanked after 37 pitches with 2 outs because O'Neill Cruz, with the bases loaded and a line drive hit essentially right at him, takes 3 steps in, and then the ball goes over his head and clears the bases. Yeah. And then the next at bat, there's a fly ball to center field that he just loses in the lights. And there are no lights. It's the sun.
Yeah. You know what they say, Jeremy? First step back.
First step's always
or you
back.
freeze. Actually, first step back is a bit overstated. It's something you hear early on in baseball, but it's actually you want to freeze.
That's one of the first. That's one of the first things I learned in baseball.
Yeah.
Not a great
What was the
day.
second thing you learned in baseball?
That's a great.
There's no
that's
crying.
a great.
There's
This
no
is great.
crying.
No crying in baseball. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Not a great day if you're a lover of the WBC because the people that don't like the WBC are going to be out like hounds with Paul Skenes getting roughed up and Logan Webb getting roughed up last night.
You know
And
what
if
I-
Skubal does
I
well,
don't give a shit. I'm not one of those people. I love the World
If
Baseball
Skubal,
Classic.
my bad, I always do the R. If Skubal
Skubal.
does well, everyone's going to be like, that's how you handle it.
That's how you know.
You
that's-
leave after one
right,
game,
exactly.
you
make
go
one
back to your
start.
team.
Yeah, well, and O'Neill Cruz, he got plenty of practice and he
Yeah,
messed up in center field. But what I will say is, all that being said, I'm here to talk about the positive.
Yeah.
And the positive is that today is opening
Oh,
day.
the best.
So you've got that happening.
We're not
there.
saying anything negative the whole show.
I mean, we could say negative things if we have to.
'Cause I'm down to stay positive.
I like some positivity. For me, there's nothing better than being excited about something happening.
Yeah.
And the fact that baseball is here is good news for all of us.
All right, see, I was about to get negative. Not going to do it.
See, it's so easy. You're on this show. You're in these seats, and getting negative is the first thing that we want to do.
You know what I like when things happen? Like, it's a pretty general statement. But I agree.
So baseball is back. We have the Mets and Pirates games going on right now. It's the
Hi,
bottom
everybody.
of the 5th. Attaboy. Pitch Clock is here. Hey, this is a Pitch Clock
Yes.
live stream.
Yes,
If
this
you
is.
didn't already watch it, you can watch a fully produced version of this show that probably is a little less chaotic. On the YouTube playlist.
Don't do that right now, though. Do
Don't
that
do
in
it
a little
now.
bit.
Do that later.
At
So
5.
when we're done here at 5,
Yeah, do
you
that
go like,
then.
oh my God, I wish I had more of this. Oh no.
Oh, I need more Jeremy and Chris in my life.
Yeah,
oh, good. They
I
have
need more of
an
them.
isolated episode.
So there's an isolated episode for you to go watch. You can actually go watch all the old ones too. There's plenty of trivia if you've never watched them before, or if you just don't remember the answers like we do week to week.
Yeah.
You can go back and watch. So that posted at 1:30. We have a YouTube playlist. You should check that out every week. Spam it, get all of the views up. But for those of you who are here, we have this Mets Pirates game going on. There's also White Sox Brewers. Ethan, I don't know if you know what the score is over there.
Yeah, that is currently 4-1 Brew Crew in the top of the 3rd.
Wow.
Jacob Mizorowski is pitching to Colson Montgomery. It's a 2-1 count.
Okay, so that's a really fun pitching matchup because you have Jacob Mizorowski, right? He's the guy who came in last year throwing like 112
Definitely
miles
know
an
who
hour.
that guy is for sure.
Tall guy for the Brewers. He ended up in the All-Star game. He was a rookie who came up, star prospect that was a million miles an hour, became an All-Star somewhat controversially because
I remember now.
yeah,
I
that
remember
guy-
the story
five
more than the
starts or
person.
something.
Yes. So he ended
Yeah.
up struggling, and they're through the rest of the year after that. Finished 11th in NL Rookie of the Year, but was really, really good in the postseason. He's now the opening day starter for the Brewers, which is interesting because really he's trying to prove throughout the course of the season that he actually deserves to stay a starter. His stuff is so good. That's him. Shane Smith is the starter for the White Sox. Now, Shane Smith is like a name you don't know, but Shane Smith is also a really cool story. He was in the Brewers farm system. He was an undrafted guy in 2021. 2022 signs with the Brewers farm system, works his way through, Rule 5 pick in 2025 going into last year with the White Sox, and ends up being an all-star. And for those of you watching who are baseball novices, a Rule 5 pick is essentially there are guys who are open for teams to go grab, but if a team grabs that player, they have to make the major league roster or they get sent back to the previous organization. So they're borderline type players. He makes the roster. He becomes the all-star for the White Sox. And now this season, he's the opening day starter against the Brewers, who they took him from. Cool story. Seems as though with 4 runs on the board, though, that he did not pitch that well today. And then also there's the Nationals and the Cubs. And that's a matchup between Cade Cavalli and Matthew Boyd.
One of my squads.
Nationals are bad. Yeah. Ethan's wearing...
Nats are bad.
Ethan's wearing a Cubs hat and a Giants jersey.
Yeah.
Faux pas?
Yeah, that's really gross. Can we talk a second about the Nationals? Because before the show, #show prep, I was trying to just looking at rosters, seeing what stuck out to me. I don't think I've ever, because I do this every year. It's one of my favorite things about MLB season. You go through the rosters, see who's moved. Oh, this guy's here. Oh, Nolan Arenado's a D-back. You know, you just you learn these things.
Oh, yeah, he's a Diamondback.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
See? That's why that game's
forgot
fun.
where
The
he ended
more
up.
you know.
That is why that game's fun. And I don't think I've ever played. I do this game even as my baseball interest has waned over the years. I still play this game every opening day. And I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever looked at a roster and been like, I don't know a single. Like I know James Wood.
C.J. Abrams.
I know
shortstop.
Okay, maybe I'm supposed to know him.
He's a nice.
Don't even know him. I've heard of James Wood. I think he was a prospect from a couple
big
years
time
ago.
prospects. Yeah.
So other than that name, James Wood, and maybe I skimmed through and missed one that I would know. Didn't know a single.
He's going to
name on
hit
that
the ball
roster.
a million miles an
That
hour
roster,
the entire
though,
season.
just
He is
woof.
he's their guy. He's the only guy.
CJ? The guy he's talking about?
No,
James Wood.
James Wood. CJ Abrams was traded in the Juan Soto trade a couple of years back. He was really the highest. I think James Wood might have been in that trade too, Ethan, if you want to fact check that for me.
James Wood was in that trade.
That's
Yeah,
you, though,
but they just traded away Mackenzie Gore. They're trying to bottom out right now, and
dolphining.
James Wood is the guy. Sort of like when the Braves hit rock bottom for like 3 or 4 years there, and they kept Freddie Freeman and then continued to build it back up around him. I think that's the plan here, but they're the team with the really young guys. So Paul Taboni is their president of baseball operations. He's 35.
Oh, yeah.
Sick
They
name.
hired Blake Butera as their 33-year-old manager.
Wow.
And their general manager is 31 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, they let Mike Rizzo go, and he had been the guy there forever, the GM there, and it just felt like it was time for them to kind of go in a different direction. They obviously moved off of Juan Soto, which
You know what they told him
you
to
don't
do?
just move off of Juan Soto.
They told him to Mike Riz go.
Yeah.
And
Jesus
speaking of,
Christ.
I want
Can I just throw in one thing real quick?
Yes.
Do you know who the opening day starter in Baltimore is, Chris Cody?
Yes.
Your boy.
I know. I because I did a daily fantasy lineup today. He's
Your
one of
boy.
my starters, Trevor
I had
Rogers.
Skenes in the daily fantasy.
Yeah.
That
Great.
actually started about 10 minutes ago. So, Ethan,
Yeah.
I'm going to rely on you to I'll
Absolutely.
come to you for some scores.
Let me know how my boy's doing.
And you can keep us in
Pitching
the
well
loop
so
there.
far.
But I want to Riz go into the control room because we also have Lewis with us.
Yeah.
Lewis,
Sneaky baseball
do
guy.
me a favor,
Little
Lewis.
second baseman, number 2 hitter.
Name the first person you think of when you think of the Washington Nationals.
Ooh,
I know I'm putting you on the
It's a
spot.
tough one. You can go Expos too, I guess.
You could go Expos.
yeah, I mean Guerrero there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm putting you in a tough spot
Is
because
it-
that's a franchise that
Let me
isn't-
let me take Lewis off the hook a
Let's
little
do
here
it.
and just jump in. The first name,
Yeah.
Alfonso Soriano, National.
Nice. Wow, dude. I
Wow.
went Ryan Zimmerman, but
Yeah.
Alfonso Soriano is so much better because I think of him as a Yankee first and then a Cub. I would go
I
Ranger
don't know
before
why
I
I
go
did
National.
it. Like I think of
with Alfonso
I think
Soriano.
of Soriano on.
Is there a better batting stance?
Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
Yeah, Scary Sheffield.
The
but
answer's
after
yes,
that-
but-
I love that you asked the question and then answered
Right.
yourself.
He's going to be doing solo radio at some point. in his
Yeah,
career.
he's gonna pull when you know how Dan always talks about the misery and loneliness of what
Writing
David
is?
Sampson
Oh,
does.
okay, yeah,
in
yeah.
the 2 hours alone.
Yeah.
Ethan would love it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
For about a week.
yeah, I think, and then eventually it
Then he
would
would
get
start losing his hair.
it would get annoying.
Yeah.
And just so that we're all following along, Juan Soto is up in the bottom of the
Thank you,
fifth.
Pablo.
Pablo? Talking about Roger Goodell.
That's
What are
me.
you
I'm trying to
doing
get
here,
Lewis's
Pablo?
way. Listen, it's live
Someone, no,
television.
it's fine.
I'm trying to get
Ethan,
Lewis's
Ethan,
mic
you
on
keep
here.
doing things
I thought,
over there.
I thought Pablo wanted to play the game.
Yeah, I
maybe he
thought-
was just going to get in with a. In hindsight, would have been a good bit for us to get just random
Lewis,
friends
talk.
of us to say baseball players' names and drop them in.
That would
We
have
should
been
do that
awesome.
next year. We'll do that
All
next
right,
opening
next
day.
year. Someone in the chat talking about the Nationals said Jose Vidro. Oh my
That's a
God,
great pull.
What a great
Jose
pull.
Vidro? That
To
is a
you,
good pull.
to you, Vinay
Marlon Berg.
Suri, Jose Vidro, awesome pull. For those of you who are in the chat, please ask us questions. We're down to
Say
talk
random
about stuff.
baseball players' names.
Random
though.
baseball names
I
would be
will
awesome.
be monitoring the chat. Like even you, sir, Craig Counsell, not quite good enough. I said it, but
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I want
not
better than
random
that.
enough.
I want better.
I want random.
Jose Vidro.
I want Miguel Cairo, who's now
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
a
a
good one.
manager. But yeah, right now, also in this Mets Pirates game,
Juan
you got
Soto
the
up
bases
right now.
loaded
Here
for
we
Juan
go.
Soto in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-0 count.
Now, Lewis, speaking of Lewis, put on a sneaky nice bet with DraftKings.
Okay.
When the Mets took an early lead and Skenes went out, he
Yep.
took money line, a little live bet on the Pirates. So he's
That's good thinking, Lewis.
we need Soto
Yeah,
to go.
plus 600.
Yeah, man,
Plus
that's a
600.
nice number right there.
Also, Nationals, first guy I thought of, always whooped their ass for some reason, Marlon Bird.
Marlon.
Wow.
Marlon Bird's a great.
Do you guys
Marlon
think
Bird's
of
a
Nick
good one.
Johnson when you think
It's funny.
Nationals?
The
Yeah.
next name I thought of was
Yeah.
Nick Johnson.
I think of Marlon Bird more as a Philly, but I do know he did play for the Nationals.
Who
Do
do
you
I
guys
think of Marlon
remember-
Bird as? Maybe a Cub? I think of
I
Milton
wrong?
Bradley
He's
as a
a
Dodger.
Philly,
I always
right?
do those two
Is
together.
he not even a
MB.
Philly?
Marlon Bird.
That'd be
No,
funny
he
if
was
I
a-
said I thought of him as a Philly.
I
Well,
definitely think he was a Philly.
That would also,
Bird
yeah,
was
the
just
first
always
picture
the
that
guy
comes
who
up.
kicked the Marlins' ass.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
Like
the
no matter
okay,
what
good.
jersey
He was
wore,
definitely-
kicked their ass.
When I think of Marlins killers, there are two names that come to mind. First, obviously, Chipper Jones.
No, that's not right.
Second of
Next.
all, Pat Burrell.
No,
Is that the name?
You're missing the best name, Ty Wigington.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Because it's like,
I mean, those
what-
are all Marlins killers. But
Yeah,
that's just
here's
my-
what we're
I
looking
got
Ty
for.
my
Wigington is like an RSHK, right?
Okay,
Like,
yes, exactly. That's what I was just about to say. Is that he is the RSMK, the random shitty Marlin killer. Also, someone in the chat said Mark Ruzalonic. Thank you for your service.
There we are. That's
Tim,
how you
Tim
play the
Spoony
game.
Barger.
That-
These
now
people
you're
are
playing
doing
the
it
game,
right.
folks.
Now you're playing
Now
the
you're
game.
playing the game.
Do we want to play this game? Can I set something up for the crew here or the?
Yes,
the
let's
fans of
let's
the
set
show?
this up. A run just scored for the Mets. It's 7-4 in that game. And guys, just so you know, before Ethan sets this up, we are going to be trying to pay attention to as many games as possible. We are going to be trying to really like talk about as many different teams as we can and set
Yeah.
up this season. But specifically the games that are happening right now, we're gonna have Danny Alvarez from LX
My
Trabase join us in about 10 minutes from now. He'll be at Lone Depot Park. The Marlins are currently practicing before opening day tomorrow. And what's fun about that is Danny is the one who came on our show and
Hey, yo.
absolutely nailed every single prediction that he had for the World Baseball Classic. He also covered the Venezuelan team very closely, so he'll have some cool stories there. We'll have Adnan Verk joining us in the 4 o'clock hour, and hopefully a couple other friends swing by as well. So we will keep you guys posted on
Quick
that.
question from the chat: is Ethan wearing pants?
Ethan?
Someone just-
Yeah, I'm wearing pants.
Oh, there's just shorts.
Yeah, very short shorts. I
When
would
you
say.
stood, I think,
yeah,
to fix the situation.
I got
people,
my,
people were wondering.
got the 5 inchers on.
Hell
right
yeah,
now, boys.
dude.
Yeah.
That's above,
anyway,
that's above average.
to set up something right here. Hey, listen. Oh boy. C.J. Abrams in the corner. This is going to be. Yeah, Nationals had bases loaded with no outs in the 4th off Matthew Boyd here. They just scored 2 runs.
I'm going to go ahead and ask
So double for C.J. Abrams.
Danny GQ. We have 2 TVs in here that are on
the same
baseball
game,
games, and
yeah.
they're both on the Mets and Pirates game. If we can get one of those on maybe a multi-view,
Yeah,
if
if we could get
possible,
the
on MLB.TV.
Cubbies.
Speaking of MLB.TV,
I've got all 4 right in front of me right
Before
here.
you set this
Xavier
up,
Nady.
Oh, dude, stop giving away all the names.
that's a good
Stop
one.
giving away all my names.
Hold on. Someone said Oda McDowell.
Oh, nice.
Love Oda McDowell. Fun fact about me and Oda McDowell. And this is a self-indulgent story that I'm going to tell before I then self-indulgently talk about the Marlins broadcast.
That's good.
When I was a pitcher in high school, I had a mean balk move as a right-handed pitcher where I would buckle the front leg that made it look like I was going to like lift my front leg to throw home, but I would buckle, and in one motion I'd pick over to first. And I picked off more guys in the
It sounded like
county.
you said I had a balk motion.
It is a balk motion. It is. It's a balk. It's straight up a balk. But could deceive umpires because it was all in one
Those
motion.
damn high school umpires.
And it's always the best. And it really, a lot of times you only had 2 umpires. So one was standing behind second, so they couldn't really tell. And at that point, I
Dude,
played so much
you can
baseball.
manipulate high school baseball umpires.
Like, you
if
wouldn't even believe it.
At coaching first base, you know how many times I was just like, safe!
Yes.
Like, as the
And it
runner
got
gets
him.
there and the umpire just sees me do it, and
That's
it's like, safe!
absolutely right.
Oh.
Absolutely right. So I had this good balk move.
Yeah.
And against Everglades High School, Oda McDowell was the coach of Everglades High School at the time.
So
And
that's why you referenced when that guy said that.
I just saw it and it immediately came to mind. So he was the
All right.
coach. And so I had a game where I threw a complete game. I struck out 14 guys, and there were only 2 runners who reached base. And I picked off both of them. And after that happened,
You faced the minimum.
Oda McDowell called timeout and yelled
some bullshit.
to his own dugout. And he just goes, "Nobody takes the lead anymore.
Wow.
Everyone stands on first base."
The ultimate respect.
Oh, it was the coolest thing that's
That's
ever
good
happened
stuff.
to me. It was a Major League Baseball player.
You faced the minimum.
Who's the,
I did, I faced
Can we
the
jump
minimum.
off this? I like this jump off point. Who when you think of major leaguers' pickoff move?
Andy Pettit.
Yeah, I feel like lefty's the easy
Yeah,
way.
it's the lefty
it's
for
the
me.
le- it's the
I don't
lefty.
really have-
Where am I going here? I'm trying to think of righties. Was Dan Herron a good pickoff move?
It feels like he would be
He
because he
should've.
didn't throw
Such
that
a,
hard.
and he was such a smart
He
pitcher. I
just
feel like.
seems
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.
I have like Randy. I have just because that whip around he has, that Randy Johnson like just snapping guys over first base.
Yeah,
Look
because
up
he
most
did a
big
lot
Mad-
of.
Am I wrong that Maddox is like one of the great pickoff guys of all time as well? I feel like Maddox like was. Famous
Oh, I mean,
for
that's
his,
just one of those. It's kind of like Dan Herron. You just
Exactly,
assume.
just
He couldn't have been
crafty.
bad at it.
Right.
exactly.
Oh,
Can
man.
I set up this?
Yeah. So
game
let's
here?
let's set this up.
We're all
Yes.
over the place. I love it.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. So this is gonna be a running thread throughout the show.
Oh,
This is
wow.
not gonna be a
We forgot a monster in the pickoff game.
yeah.
Most all time.
Yeah.
Mark Burley.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Of
Mark
course, the
Burley.
nastiest.
Charlie
Yeah.
Huff, I think, is the first righty on here. Sixth
Wow.
all time.
Huff. Huffing it.
Wow. All
Go on.
lefties in front of that?
I
Give
don't
me
know.
the rest of the list.
Mark Langston,
Nope.
Kenny Rogers, Andy Pettit, Steve Carlton, Mark
yeah,
Burley.
a lot of
Top
lefties in
five.
there. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So I have created on the website Tier Maker a tier maker with 32 names. This is going to be a running thread throughout the show. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to shout out a name at a random point in the show. You are going to tell me whether they are an S tier name, an A tier name, a B tier name, a C tier name, or a D tier
Hey, that's
name.
Mr. Crate's gimmick.
No, it's our gimmick.
You know about that C tier?
You know about that Mr. Crate gimmick. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this up on my Twitter now. If you want to go
Selfish.
grab it at Ethan Badowski,
Selfish.
and hopefully they'll retweet it onto the main show as well. But if you want to find this on Tier Maker, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Tier Maker and you're going to search up baseball player names. And the one that I created has a picture of Lyle Overbay as a start. So why don't we just start there? Lyle Overbay.
I'm not gonna lie. I was half listening there. What am I supposed to do?
All right,
supposed
we're
to put him in a
putting
tier.
names into tiers.
Okay.
We're putting
he's
names
in
into
a-
tiers.
that's our bit. I got it. Remember.
I
Right.
think. All right. So
Lyle
Lyle
Overbay, C.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So my gut
That's a
gut
B
also
tier.
said T. Okay.
B?
So
No,
That's
to
a
me,
B tier.
Lyle Overbay. You guys might call me crazy based off your reactions. Lyle Overbay, S tier name.
okay. Hold
Because-
on.
Oh,
A
this
second.
is just all right. See, like
It's
I said,
just
half
the name.
listening.
Everyone
It's just
take a
the name.
breath.
Okay, this is just the name.
Yes.
Everyone
All right, I'm
slow
sorry
things
on the
down.
C. That's disrespectful what I did there.
Everybody-
I thought it was just the player.
Everybody slow things down. I also thought it was the player.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
In terms of a name,
B.
I can't. I don't think I can quite go S tier.
Can't come out of the gates with an
Even
S.
though my concern is that as Ethan gives his opinion, he knows all the names he's going to say.
Yeah.
I do.
So if he thinks it's an S tier,
Yeah, you
either
should not, you should
No.
not say first.
No,
like,
hold
you
on.
should-
Let me explain why. I have a group chat on my phone.
Here we go.
That is very average athletes, which is just basically guys naming dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The picture for that group chat is a picture of Lyle Overbay. So for whatever reason, when I was in college, shout out to my boy Matt Hartman, we determined that Lyle Overbay is like the ultimate average
I agree
baseball
with
player
that,
name.
which is why I gave him a C.
Okay.
But that was
But that was when you thought it was the player.
yes.
Okay. So as a name, like
I think
I
it's a
throw
little
out
better.
to you, like how excited do you get when you hear the name Lyle Overbay?
I do like the idea of playing the game of we say a player and we dissect them like, all right, they were here as a player. This is their name though.
Yeah,
Like-
all right.
Exactly, correct. Like Lyle Overbay, C tier player, at least an A tier name.
Okay.
For me, at
I ca-
least.
For me, it's A B.
Okay.
I would probably
Uh,
go B
it's a B
since it's the
tier.
first one.
Here's what I'm going to ask Ethan.
Yeah.
Like
I
Lyle's
want-
not
Guys,
Lyle's not as great a name.
I'm
as
gonna
you
just
think
tell
it
you
is.
there are some amazing names on
Okay.
this list.
And so in turn, what I'm going to ask is that A, we put this in a B
He
tier.
voted A.
okay.
No, we put this in the
Oh.
B tier. B, if you know every name, which you do, I'm going to ask
You go
that
last.
we get your opinion last
Okay.
on where you think it should go.
Correct.
Because you probably
Because-
already have these things like tiered out.
You have it in your head. Whether you
Anything
know it
good
or
for
whether
you.
you know it or not, you have it in your head.
No, you know, I was putting the names together, and honestly, I don't. Like I know which
you know the
names are
names.
better, but there are so many good names on here, guys. Like
Can I
I'm
guess one
really
name I
excited
bet you
about
have
this.
on there?
Yeah.
Chuck Knobloch.
Chalk Knobloch is not on here. No.
Oh, well, it should be.
No. But you know who is? Aaron Harang.
Oh, Aaron Harang. See,
Okay.
That's a C tier for me.
That's below Lyle Overbay.
Yeah.
me.
100%.
yeah. But, yeah.
What's
I'm
so
gonna
good
go-
about Lyle Overbay? The more I really
It's
dissect
just
it.
that he's so
No, the
bang
name
ass
now.
average.
No, the name. Now.
I know.
What's so
It's-
good
it's
about
just-
that? Is it the over?
It's
like,
just baseball
Overbay's
names,
a
dude.
cool name?
Baseball,
He's like a
baseball names
journeyman.
and hockey names. Say again, Lou.
He's like a journeyman, right? Like
Yeah.
kinda
Oh, he
like-
played for a bunch of
He
teams.
played for a bunch of.
Yeah.
It's that his name is Lyle.
I have him as an A. The screen the
Bob Nadel.
headshot I have him here as is a Brewer. I also think of him as a Blue Jay. He was a Yankee at one point.
Lyle Overbay, I think of as a Blue Jay.
A Blue Jay.
I think of him as a Brewer primarily, actually, but Blue Jay as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Vernon Wells.
Ray King.
Okay, so
That's going to be a running thread. So at any time, if I throw out a name, did we decide on Aaron Harang, or should we come back to Aaron Harang?
I think it's a C.
I think it's a C.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
Could be talked into D even, but I'll go C.
Yeah, I agree. Someone asked where Mike Schur is. He's creating a TV show.
Yeah.
He is a little busy for us
too
right now,
busy,
but I'm hoping.
I'm actually writing on it. I have to do that.
Yeah,
after
that's
this.
a breaking news.
Yep.
Is that Chris is actually? Aren't you the head writer?
on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on Wednesdays, that's why.
I'm here today.
Yeah, that's why you're here.
I've had a busy week. Tuesday, the highlight.
Dude.
Wednesday, writing room with Schur. Thursday, watch along. I mean, my day.
Yeah, it's a long.
Friday, I'll be at opening day, like you.
Yeah,
will,
I
tomorrow.
will be
Excited
too.
about that.
Just to plug, because it got a little bit. Well, it's my own fault because I was interrupting Dan.
Jeremy's
going to
be Uptown Dale at the Marlins game.
Yeah. So for those of you here in Miami, I'm going to be.
Can you work
officially?
Can you work in at the? All right, go ahead. I jumped in. Sorry,
It's okay.
I'm too
Please
excited
go ahead.
today.
Jump in.
No, Jeremy's going to be the in stadium for the first series.
I will be the in-stadium host for the Miami Marlins for this first homestand. So for their series against the Rockies, starting on opening day on Friday, all the way through Wednesday when they play the Chicago White Sox. Marlins should get off to a pretty good start.
You know what I'm thinking here, guys?
Yeah.
Lewis, Ethan.
Yeah.
I think they're giving Jeremy a little tryout here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking if my boy kills it,
Yeah.
this first two series, I'm looking at. Hey, Jeremy, we're gonna need you for every home game.
Yeah, look, I've got a run.
Jeremy's like, I don't know if I want to do that.
I've got a run of I believe 17 home games on the broadcast this year.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I have like 17 jokes prepared.
Oh yeah,
so I'm
no,
pretty
I'm
ready.
Full thing is going to be improv.
How
for
many?
Sure.
How many? If you think your families, do you think you'll work in?
0.
You
I
gotta
would
do
set
something.
the over under at -1.
Can you do a show reference?
Not on opening
Here's
day.
the thing.
Not
Can
opening day.
Can I just tell you guys how proud I am of the chat right now?
What's
As
that?
some of the names that
Yeah,
I'll be
they're saying
throwing
great
out of here.
names.
Adam LaRoche, Hesop Choi,
Yeah.
Cliff
Floyd's
Floyd, Julio Lugo.
Cliff Floyd, we can play the game better. I
Benito
think that's just because
Santiago,
I'm
yeah.
so close to Cliff Floyd as a Marlin.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
that is
yeah,
just a
yeah.
good.
You guys are
random name.
friends?
Yeah.
Will
I went to high school
Middlebrooks,
with his brother.
Ooh, Jock Jones.
Jamie Moyer. Come on, guys. That's not
Jamie
the
Moyer's
game. That's
excellent.
not the game. Like, we love Jamie Moyer, but that's not the game.
Jock Jones is strong.
Jock Jones is strong. Jock
So
Jones is very strong.
there's a strange thing happening in Chicago right now, which is that the Nationals are presently up 7-2
Whoa,
after
I don't like that.
after a home run from a player with the last name Young that I'm not sure who it is.
Jacob Young, he's a Gator.
We should have known
that?
We should have known that as soon as I crushed that roster, they were going to win today.
Yeah.
Like,
and now
we're all
Ben
dumb for
Brownson.
not putting live bets in instantly.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
true.
Nationals.
No, we all should
What are
have
we-
known.
what are we doing
We
with
should
our-
have known better.
By the way, guys, Matt Boyd pitched in the WBC.
He did.
You guys want to play a game?
Wandy Rodriguez.
Well, before we play a game,
Yeah.
I believe Danny Alvarez has joined the Zoom.
Oh, look at this guy.
DA.
Danny
at
Alvarez
this guy.
joining us from the beautiful press box
Oh,
at
I
Lone
know.
Depot
I know
Park.
that- I know
you
that
can
wall.
see the paint peeling behind him on that lower portion.
A lot of
Actually, you
chairs.
can't.
A lot of chairs backing up.
Yeah,
into
that's
that
what that
thing.
is. That's a lot of writers getting up real quick.
That's
and
completely my fault.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is your constant spot, Danny. Hey, man, congrats on being right about everything
Yeah,
all the time.
good job.
Welcome.
Shout out Danny.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the show.
and
Thank
the
you, thank
first
you.
person I thought of when Venezuela won the World Baseball Classic, the second the last out was in the glove.
I thought of
was
Miguel
you, my
Cabrera.
brother.
I thought of
you.
Johan Santana.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Danny, first and foremost, what's going on at Lone Depot Park today? Why are you
Yeah.
out there? What are you up to? What set
What
the
are the
scene.
vibes?
Set the scene.
The vibes are high. It's pretty nice to be out here. I think it. I mean, I'm completely biased, and it feels different to come here a week after being a world champion. So, that's different on that end. But I'm right now. I'm watching the Marlins take the field for their workout before opening day. So it's pretty cool. We saw the Rockies earlier. And was able to talk to a lot of the guys, and now we just had Clayton, we had Sandy Alcantara as well, we had Kyle Stowers, who is going to start the season on the 10-day IL. But I have the sense that even though they said it could be up to 3 or 4 weeks, maybe to make sure that everything healed and that he's, already, ramped up, having maybe a couple of rehab games, I think it could be even less time than 4 weeks. So I think that's pretty good news.
How many? You just mentioned you're at practice for Marlins right now. How many fungos we got cooking right now? Do I miss coaching
love a
baseball,
fungo.
hitting
Okay,
some fungos? Like,
so
give me a fungo count.
I can see 3 is the
3.
fungo count.
So
I
we
see
got
from here.
fungos?
We
Yeah,
got one on both
3
sides,
fungos.
both on one side of the catcher, like of the circle around the plate. And then where's
Yep.
the third guy at?
I have one in front of third base,
Yes.
one in front of second base, and
Yes.
there's
Ooh.
one in the outfield. I don't know if I guess they should use the fungo. You know what? I miss when outfield coaches use the fungo
Yes.
for fly balls. Now they use the machine, and that's a lost
Course
lost
hockey.
art in
That's
spring
It is a
training.
lost
Yeah.
art.
Dude, you tell them. You
It's
talk
the
to
worst.
whoever you need to talk to. I am willing to come out there 5 days a week after the show and just start fungoing if they need
I'll
it.
let Clayton McCullough know.
I am a mean fungo, dude.
I know you
I don't
are.
play around with the fungo.
I miss.
I used to hit IO for my team that I
Yeah.
coached, and I was like, it's
Well,
gonna
South
be
Plantation,
you
right?
know it's gonna be and Piper. You know it's gonna be a good game. The catcher, the last one when
Yes.
everyone's done, the infield's the catcher's the last one. We're going pop up.
It
Boom!
sets the tone for
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
game.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
there have been games. I remember for a district game, he didn't have to. He was standing on the plate,
Oh.
and I was just like the whole dugout getting
Yep.
fired up. Oh
Everybody
my
goes
God.
nuts.
Goosebumps.
Danny, you were a catcher, right? What were your favorite moments of
Yes,
being a catcher
yes.
when you played?
Some good fungo. You ever have a coach that gave you some good fungo? Good
I-
pop up.
I did one good coach that unfortunately only coached me for a year, and then I was sad because then the next year I was a mess.
Yeah.
With those pop-ups, that was the toughest part. But my favorite part as a catcher was when I was going through pitch sequence and I would tell my pitcher I want this pitch, and he would go like, no, I want to throw fastball. Let's say I'm like, no, let's go with the slider, and then it would strike him out, and that feel good moment of
The I
"Fuck,
told
yeah,
you
I was
so."
right. That's the best.
How do
Yeah,
you
the
feel?
I told you so
How
is
do you
the best.
feel with all this modern button pushing? Like you want the old school like fingers down, right? Like what are we doing with this?
There's an art, but
Yes.
I was gonna
that's
say
my
something
pinky.
weird.
That's a fast. Yeah, dude. I know what you're giving off, dude. I get it. There's an art
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
pinky.
But-
the
The
pinky.
pinky's the
To the
fastball
pinky,
outside.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Bring it back, Jack.
But I think it's good, for everybody that they have the buttons now.
Mhm.
I am still not a big fan of pitch calling from the dugout, although the
Yes.
Marlins did it pretty good in the last 2 weeks last year, and
Yep.
now more teams are gonna copy that. But yeah, I mean, putting the signals with the finger was the best part.
I'm gonna get to you on some of your thoughts on general Major League Baseball in just a second, Danny, so you can give us some fun stuff
Oh wait,
to watch.
Doug Mirabelli.
Oh, Doug!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Doug
what a
Doug
name.
Mankiewicz.
What a
Ethan
name.
couldn't
Doug
help but
Mankiewicz.
react. Trot Nixon. So Danny, what I would ask you first though is walk me through what those moments were like at the end of the championship of the World Baseball
Oof.
Classic when Javier Sanoja crosses home plate after Bryce Harper's game-tying home run. It's Eugenio Suarez that drives him in, and there's so much emotion in that ballpark. I mean, I was there. It was an unbelievable scene, unbelievable feeling. And I know for you, as someone who's close to so many guys on that roster, close to guys on the coaching staff, and just represents, the pride of your country. Tell me what that was all like for you, and any stories that you can share from around the team that maybe the folks listening don't know about.
Morgan Ensberg.
Yeah, it was so much emotion. When Javi got to first base, you knew something was going to happen. I didn't think a stolen base was going to happen, but with Gino at the plate, you obviously feel very good about the chances there, especially knowing that they weren't facing Mason Miller. That was the first
Right.
sign that the things could have gone in a good way for Venezuela, and thankfully they did. But so much emotion, man. I think that after Javi crossed home plate, the feeling was, okay, we have Daniel Palencia now coming out of the bullpen, and it's game over. Obviously, it's whatever part of the lineup you face, and from the U.S. lineup, it's going to be a really tough one. But Palencia was pitching so good, so well, and you felt that the momentum obviously shifted, and there was going to be. I mean, it was going to be difficult for Team USA to come back and win that game. And after the final out happened, a lot of crying, a lot of emotion, a lot of people that you think of at that moment, and then just seeing the reaction from the people in Venezuela in the streets, or there was a grandfather that was watching the game with a black and white TV that it was like this small. Or people that you would know, they drove from Atlanta or Houston or Tennessee or New York or even higher to come down and see the team, and just all the effort that they put to be around the national team and be supporting them. I mean, it was something very special. And to know that the country is still celebrating this.
Yep.
I just saw videos of the Venezuelan Federation going to every single state of the country to show the trophy for 2 days in every single state. And people who maybe don't know baseball or or didn't even watch a game before the tournament started are, and now following the players here in the big leagues, but also getting closer to the game. And I think that's something wonderful. And I've heard, man, so many stories about people that were just going through, really tough situations or moments in life. And, for those 9 innings, every time they played, they just forgot about that. I mean, that to me is the best part.
Bobby Abreu.
That's the beauty of baseball, Danny. Like what it can do for people, the way that, for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is, even with the pitch clock, it can be a beautiful escape from whatever you have going on in your life as you watch, and that's special. So 2 things before we get to you on some of the stuff going around Major League Baseball this season. One, someone in the chat said Doug Mankiewicz stole my Sherwin Vega speakers in Tallahassee.
I saw that too. I was going to bring it up.
I wanted to make sure that got marked. Rob Busher, I want more about that story.
Yeah.
Second, I'm pretty sure I saw Adnan Verk actively driving his car.
Yeah, there he is.
Zoom. There's Adnan. Adnan, hello, welcome. You told us Logan Webb is going to win a Cy Young. What the hell?
I was waiting for a Taché. I was going to text you last night. Go, oh my God, can I rescind that Logan Webb pick? What a disaster that was. It's the Verk curse, as it should now be known. I said to myself, well, Logan Webb is always in the top 3 of Cy Young voting. He's highly durable, right? 200+ innings. He's very underappreciated in San Francisco. And then he goes out there and lays an absolute egg last night. They ambushed him. First pitch hits. 4 first pitch hits for the Yankees. He actually led the league last year, Jeremy. 49 first pitch hits. Absolute ambush. He was dreadful. What a horrible pick by me. Thank God I didn't pick Skenes. He's been terrible today.
Ryan Vogelsong.
Oh, Ryan Vogelsong's a good one. Yeah, Adnan, you have had quite the time picking things on our show because you had, I think it was a Royals Diamondbacks World Series last year. Now you have Logan Webb, day 1, potentially cost himself that Cy Young. Although if he's competing with Paul Skenes, not exactly a top-tier day for him, despite the fact that that's mostly O'Neal Cruz's fault. Adnan, the screen went black for you, but if you're still there, before you head out, because I don't want you continuing to drive your car and be here, what are the things you're looking forward to most throughout the rest of the day? Are you still there?
Ryan Friel. I don't think he's there.
I don't see him there anymore. So, Danny, I'm going to go to you on this.
I see him over here.
Do we see Adnan? Can we hear Adnan? I see technical difficulties. Zoom probably crashed. Is Danny still there?
Danny is. Mike Ryan's in the Zoom now.
You know who's here? You know who's here? I'm here. What do you want to know?
Hey, all right.
I've got a stat. Do you want a stat about
Sure.
Jacob Mizorowski?
Wait, Adnan's back.
Okay.
Adnan, can you hear me?
I think we lost him.
This is going.
Oh, wait, I'm here.
Hey,
here.
Adnan.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Adnan, I'm going to let you go after this question because you're driving your car, and I don't want you to continue doing this.
I hear you, but I can't hear them.
I hear Danny over the air.
Yeah,
Danny, I hear
we
you.
got you.
We got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of moving pieces. We got a lot of people on Zoom.
Think about anyone.
Adnan, what are you looking forward to most of the rest of your day as you cover the rest of opening day on MLB Tonight?
First off, great to see you both. I want to just point out the fact it is awesome that Meadowlark and the Levitard Army, specifically Chris Cody and Jeremy Taché, who are such great seam heads and such great baseball fans, are even doing this. So awesome, and kudos to you guys. Opening day should be a national holiday in this country. Again, I'm Canadian, so maybe I have no I shouldn't be allowed to say this, but seriously, I mean, I want the kids out of school today. Are you kidding? We could have went and saw Pirates Mets and seen Paul Skenes be terrible. 5 runs in the 2/3 of an inning. It was very cool today. Again, I'm a TV nerd, so it's just cool to see baseball back on NBC. I texted our friend Bob Costas. I said, very cool to have you voicing the T's. And his rather understated call, New York starts spreading the news. And he said to me, that was actually the call in 99, I think, ALCS, when the Yankees clinched, because that was the last baseball game, which is on NBC. So it's been over a quarter century of no baseball on NBC. It's good to have baseball back on NBC. And yeah, I mean, a day like today, again, I'll watch all these games. It's always the pitching matches specifically, fellas, because every team is tossing out their ace. So that's always, to me, a lot of fun. But I think no matter what your team is, optimism reigns supreme. Look forward to what should be a fabulous baseball season. I knew Daniel was talking about the WBC, and again, 10.8 million people watched that on Fox. You saw the robust fan interest for it. I think it'll carry over into what should be a spectacular season.
Troy Glass.
Todd Walker. Thank you, Adnan. Please get off of this Zoom and go drive your car safely. We love you. Okay.
No, I have more to say. I'm not going anywhere.
I have more to say. Okay.
I'm very safe.
Yeah. All right.
Cody, ask me.
That's perfect. Danny Alvarez, are you still
I'm
there?
pretty sure they're all gone, dude. When the screen goes black, Zoom crashed.
Okay.
Let's
all right.
Stay,
let's stay right here.
Let's let our team gather themselves and let's keep it the three of us.
Yeah.
For
Let's keep it internal for a second. So Lewis is shaking his head, sad right now.
Do some score updates here. It's still nothing early in the Twins and Orioles game. Cubs just drove in a run. It's 7-3 there at Wrigley Field, and it is 5-1 at Miller Park. 10-5 now after a homer from Carson Bench, who I believe is making his Major League debut for the Mets.
That's true.
This is one of their hot prospects. Mets have like 6 guys making their Mets debuts today on opening day, and one of their hot prospects, Carson Bench, just went deep in his first MLB game, so definitely got to feel good for the Mets fans there. Shout out to my boy Alex Reben, who's at the game today.
Brad Wilkerson.
While we're here, go
ahead,
Cody.
The Mets seem to be pulling away here, and Lewis's live bet not looking great at the moment.
I'm here, but I don't know what happened. So.
Hello, Danny.
I can hear Danny.
Yeah.
Danny, can you hear me?
Ethan,
I think they're having
Ethan, let's go down and put Zoom pod down.
No.
Unless Danny's back and ready, unless we're good to go here. But yeah.
Ethan, give us another name. I'm gonna have Lewis. Lewis, I know you're listening to me right now. Whenever Danny is ready, you get in my ear. You let me know, okay? But for right now,
I like just Danny popping
Ethan,
up in our ears.
I do like him just kind of popping in. Hey, I can hear things. Ethan, I want you to give us another name for this tier list, and then hopefully Danny will be available for us before we get your opinion to also contribute his. What is one of the names for our tier list?
All right, this is the first name we started the show with today. Ronnie Belliard.
Ooh, Ronnie
To
Belliard.
me, this is
I feel like
you almost just said your opinion.
Now there's
I'm
two.
going last.
See, this is two different games. There's just the say random names and it makes me happy nostalgia game, which we're playing in the
That's
chat.
it. That's
and
what
then
we're playing.
I thought we were
That's
playing.
not what we're playing.
See, this game, the tier of names is like that's just a great name.
Oh,
See, I
no.
think this
See,
is
when
actually,
I see that's a great name, I mean it
No,
makes
see,
you.
this guy
it
made the
makes you
game.
happy.
he's combining
No,
multiple.
no,
so
no,
we're
no,
basically,
no.
as far as you're concerned, we're just playing the same game twice.
I'm upset with you.
We're tiering them and we're just
but
saying
this
them out
is
loud.
we're
game is-
tiering the guys.
Yeah, the game has always been like how excited
Correct.
this name gets you.
Correct.
And, like I also
See-
understand why you wouldn't know that because Ethan kind of didn't say.
I thought it was more, which I like better.
a
because
good baseball
we're already,
name.
We're
Okay,
already
so let's
playing,
we can play that.
We're already
We can-
playing names that just make
Cody,
me happy.
it's our stream. We can do it however
I think we
want
should
to do
play.
it.
This is just a dope
Baseball name. Okay.
And for me, Ronnie Belliard, a name that makes me happy. But in this game of tiers, D.
Danny, I believe you can hear what we've been doing. We are putting names.
What are you,
in
Michael
a tier.
Wilbon talking to Dan Lebitard?
Classic.
Good.
Daniel Alvarez.
Mad
Where would you rank Ronnie Belliard as a name? Is it at the top S tier or A, B, C, or D tier?
Just in terms of good baseball
Uh,
names.
I think it would be B as in Belliard.
I like that.
You know what?
I believe Mike Ryan is also on this Zoom. Mike Ryan, the name Ronnie Belliard. Where would you place that as a baseball name within a tier list? Hey, man.
Hello. Tier C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe I also just saw David Samson. David Samson, the name Ronnie Belliard.
It's a who's who.
That's a tier D, C or D
There we go.
at best.
That's
Wow.
it. Now, this guy knows.
Adnan's gonna come out swinging with a awesome Ronnie Belliard story. I just know he's got one cooking
He's
up.
still
right
here.
now.
Adnan's
Yeah,
still here.
He's driving his
still
car.
here. He's
Adnan.
still- No, he can't. He can't stop.
Listen, I'm not going anywhere. I got a 4:00 meeting. I'm on this until the next 13 minutes. I want to get, listen, Belliard, I'll give it a tier C because I know Cody's very excited about it. I want to give 2 names,
Okay.
right? My first name is just all name team, just a fun name, Boof Bonzer.
Solid.
And to consider the
terrific.
Minnesota theme,
So good.
do you want Greg Gagne or do you want Ken Herbeck? Either one is great.
Oh my God, these are
So
are great names.
So good.
Can you give me a story about either of them, Adnan?
Yeah, Kent Herbeck. I'm such a loser. I rewatched the '91 World Series because I just love that World Series. Both teams went worst to first. Every game was a 1-run game. Everyone knows the Morris Smoltz Game 7. But the crazy move was when Ken Herbeck was like a wrestler. And then it was either game 1 or game 2. Samson, I remember, like he literally removed Ron Gant from first base. Like on a tag, he like lifted the guy up. It was the funniest thing. And Jack Buck and Tim McCarver are losing. You're like, what is Ken Herbeck doing? Like now you wouldn't have that. But it was like a wrestling move at first base and a tag. Ken Herbeck always puts a smile on your face because if you don't know baseball, you see that name, you go H-R-B-E-K. How do you pronounce that? But Kent Herbeck, like a big wrestler. He was in Conseco. He was awesome. I love him.
Mike Ryan, what are you watching right now?
Yeah.
You're here. Which of these games that we have on are you paying attention to? Or are you just here because you love us and want to support?
I want to support you guys. I also want to say Corey Koski.
Tremendous. That's how you play the game.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Michael Kadire. I'm watching the Baltimore Orioles versus Minnesota Twins. I'm watching the Milwaukee Brewers against the Chicago White Sox.
He's got it all.
And I'm watching Major League Baseball's return to NBC right now. I was on a train, so I missed Paul Skenes get lit up. But I got to tell you, Jeremy was telling me that he believed Trevor Rogers was the real deal, that he had unlocked something. And my guy's battling. Hasn't given up a lot of runs, but they seem to be on his ass.
Yeah, I
tough innings.
Here's what it is. I know that the Orioles believe they have the real deal in Trevor Rogers and that he unlocked something last year. I know here with the Marlins, he struggled mightily after being, right at the top of the Rookie of the Year, and he was a really good player, but the problem was that when he was finding the zone, he was finding too much of the zone. His stuff was really struggling from there. Danny Alvarez, I know you know a little something about that, having covered Trevor Rogers down here.
Yeah, he was having a tough time mentally as well, and then the back injuries and all of that, and that obviously didn't help him. That second half of 2021 after he was an All-Star, and he probably could have been the Rookie of the Year. I mean, Jonathan India obviously closed out the year pretty well, and Trevor was hurt, and that's probably why he didn't win. But I'm glad that he's doing okay. But obviously, Marlins fans hope Kyle Stowers has another All-Star type season so they can win that trade.
David, this room is just taking over me. I can't even control myself. Fight with Adnan.
Yeah, fight him.
Well, let me start with you, Mike. If you watch Skenes, I got to tell you, the number one, maybe a top 5 thing that made me crazy in the thousands of games I was a part of, when it's sunny out, why aren't you wearing sunglasses?
Amen.
O'Neal Cruz let 2 balls drop, so Skenes didn't get lit. They were 2 horrible plays with no sunglasses in the crazy New York.
He's got the eye black.
Degree
the
March
eye black,
sun.
David. Doesn't that work?
It's insane that he didn't wear the sunglasses. And I was listening to the broadcast and he just doesn't like to wear them. What are you doing? What are you doing? And he took 3 steps in, missed the line drive over him, and it's going to ruin Skenes' start to the season. His ERA is going to be through the roof because he couldn't get through that first hit. I mean, it was crazy to watch an outfielder struggle that way.
Mark Trumbo.
Oh, Mark Trumbo's a good one. Nick Mark
Reynolds.
Mark Trumbo.
Anyone want to talk?
All right. So Tony Womack.
I've got a game we can all play.
Tony Womack.
Maybe not when we have 4 guests,
With
Ethan.
4
Thank
guests,
you.
it feels like that's going to be
I think this is a good game for our 4 guests.
All right, Ethan. You
I
know
do.
what? You know what,
I
Ethan?
do.
Mark Reynolds.
There it
Mark
is.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Ethan, you know what? You're sitting in the EP chair.
No, please don't.
Which was our mistake.
I think
I'm
going to
let you as a producer decide that with the 1, 2, 3, and then 4 people on Zoom. So 7 people here.
Yeah.
And Lewis, 8 people.
We need as many minds as we can get
Nicely.
well said. We need as many minds as
let's go.
possible to come up with the answers to
Let's
this game.
play
I
a
believe.
game.
All right, so as you guys may have heard on last night's broadcast, this year is the first time since 2007 that the San Francisco Giants have had the same starting left fielder 2 years in a row.
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds was the last person to start more than 1 year in a row in left field for the San Francisco Giants in 06 and 07. I want to go around the room and see how many of these names we can get that have started in left field for the San Francisco Giants.
I'll direct traffic
since
here.
then.
I'll direct traffic here. So, David, we will start with you. Can you name one of the left fielders that has played for the Giants since Barry Bonds until now?
I don't need a year. I just need a name.
Any of them.
I'm going to go with the guy who crushed me in our clubhouse by asking for so much equipment that made me crazy because he wasn't good. I believe Mike Morse started in left field.
Correct.
Wow.
Mike Morse started in 2014 on opening day in left field and then went on to win the World Series, played a huge part in that 2014
David,
run.
was Mike Morse a guy you guys acquired simply because he was a South Florida guy?
Good looking.
No. We actually tried not to acquire South Florida guys. We actually thought he'd be a good bat. He was just, it didn't work.
I get it.
And by the way, neither did cryogenic chambers, but I digress.
Mike Ryan, can you name a left fielder that's played for the Giants in the last 2 decades?
Yeah, easily. The great John Dowd. Even better than Terry.
Oh my God! What a great.
Yeah,
call.
I'm
You're
giving
so
Mike
right.
Ryan the point.
No, you get it. That's he was there for many years. That's a great point. All right, Danny Alvarez, can you name a Giants left fielder who has started in the last several years?
Nori Aoki.
Yes.
Japanese, I think, right?
Nori Aoki
Nori
was
Aoki.
the 2015 starting left fielder on opening day.
We might have some funny business going on here.
It's a pull.
No, Danny knows ball, dude.
Well,
Danny
I know-
is a
I
crazy ball knower.
I wanted to say, now that you said baseball name, Frank Catalanoto.
There
I
it is.
just
See,
had
I
that
like
in
it. This
mind
guy
for
wants to
some
play the
reason.
game.
I love this.
Adnan, who's your left fielder for the Giants?
Friend and colleague Cody, the great Mark DeRosa started for the Giants back in the day in left.
Correct.
Tremendous.
In 2010. Yep. DeRosa.
All right, I'm gonna have
Hero.
I'm gonna have Chris go here. Chris.
I know he played center field. Maybe he got aged out of center field and he started in left. Aaron Rowan.
Aaron Rowan is not on
Aaron
this
Rowan's a
list.
good one.
But a great name. But a great name that made me
I
very
just
happy.
can't think of.
You have the list, right?
Yes.
So
I have
my
the list in
question
front of
is:
me.
did Cody Ross ever play left field for the Giants?
I believe he did in those runs,
But
but
not
he
on
was
opening
not
day.
an opening day starter.
That's just a name I wanted to say.
Anyone want the ball? Who's got
got one?
We
Who's
can,
got
we
one?
can keep doing other things and then kind of come back to this, but this is just something I wanted to
Lewis?
start to throw out there. Yeah, Lou, you got one back there?
Dude, I'm trying to fix his Zoom, bro.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, so what's another one that we can go to here?
Ooh, you guys want to guess stadium names from MVP Baseball 2005?
Stadium names. Holy cow!
We could do that.
I'm sure.
It's just the thought.
I guess. Let's
Lou.
let's hear. Yeah, Lou.
Wait.
No. I like this, Lewis. Hey, while you try to fix the Zoom, any thoughts on a stadium name from MVP Baseball 2005?
No. I have pictures back there.
Oh, so you're
in
gonna
the-
make
in the
him show
rundown.
pictures too.
Correct. I'm going to show you a picture.
Let's
You're
not
going to
do
tell
that.
me what this park was named in 2005. We don't have to do it right now. We can do it later.
I
We
feel
don't
like
have to do
Lewis
it
has
at all.
more on his
I
plate.
agree with
so
you.
let's
Give
go
me
to a different
13
one.
seconds.
I agree with you completely.
David, how do you watch opening day? Is this like, I know you're probably not gambling like us other.
Michael Conforto.
There.
Yes,
Started
2024.
in
Michael
left field. I
Conforto
don't know
started
whether it
in
was
left
opening
field.
day.
That's
I
correct.
would've had
Nice.
to say.
Oh, Michael
Yes.
Conforto.
2 years ago.
Michael Conforto.
Great poll.
Michael Conforto.
He said
Yeah, him.
Is that a name?
that is
Yes,
one of them.
yes.
The guy who was calling the game last night, Hunter Pence.
Yes,
Oh,
Hunter
Hunter
Pence
Pence.
started
No,
in
I think he was
2018.
right field.
He
Hunter
started in
Pence,
left field in
who
2018.
we said looks like
Conforto?
Hunter Pence looks like he walked the plank
No,
of the
he's a-
pirate
no,
ship
no.
from
Wait,
Jeff
did Conforto
Samardzija.
make it or no, Mike?
Yes,
Yes.
Conforto was
Yeah, he did.
2024,
It did.
Conforto's on the list.
and Pence was
In
2018.
2024.
Yeah. Mike, nothing embarrassing. We nailed it.
No. I said Conforto, Adnan. You said
Exactly.
Pence, and Pence is wrong.
No, Pence is right. Pence was
They're
in
all right.
2018. Both of these are correct.
Congratulations to the both of you.
I love this.
I
Zoom.
love when they
Hunter
fight.
Pence started left field at some point. Look it up. Come on.
We
He
need the
must have.
Dan monologue. All right. So that being said,
Doesn't matter. You were wrong. Why can't people just
but I
say,
said-
"Hey,
They were right.
I missed." It's
David,
okay.
David. I need
No,
to
but
tell
when you
you.
said Conforto, I was in agreement. I just also added Hunter Pence, which I think is still right.
They're both right.
He did it. He did it. He
You're
did it.
both right. You're both right. Okay. I'm
I just looked
directing.
it up.
In my mind, he did.
I'm directing this question toward
No,
David.
he did. You're right, and then he did.
There's a
In
crazy-
2018.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, he
each
did.
set, Mike. Hunter Pence did start
We
left.
need more
I was
Zoom
watching the
guests.
game last
More
night.
Zoom
He
guests.
did left. This is not a bad moment for me. This is a great moment for you. This is a great moment for me. This is vindication for me.
I just like the way Samson was right better than Adnan.
Yeah.
So like Samson was like right better.
I think we should get my dad in here. I'm gonna text him a link.
Yeah. Right.
So David, how
Alec just went yard for Milwaukee.
Ooh,
good for
South
him.
Frelick is
Oh, boy. Pretty sure the Zoom just crashed again as I heard Sal Freelick. Let's pod that down for a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Chaos.
It's a good opportunity for all of us to reset and take a breath.
Yeah, let's take a deep breath.
Hey,
Lewis, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
We're cooking right now, guys. This is going
Our
well.
Zoom
I'm having fun.
ISO continues to crash.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Correct.
And then secondly, Paul Konerko. What's a name that gets me excited about baseball?
You guys want to go back to the tier? Or do we want to take a second?
Yeah.
Tier
Let's
me.
go to
All
the
right, we
tier.
need Wes Helms.
Ooh. That's a
I like it. I like how you went simple here. They
Yeah.
don't all have to be wacky names.
And so this is one that's funny, right?
but
Because-
still a D.
Yeah, I think so too. It's funny because it's simple. It does remind me
I
of
wanna
better
like it more.
times, but I don't think it's not one that gets me like riled up. You know?
But
Lastings millage.
now we're
See,
talking.
that's right. That
Now
might
we're
be.
talking.
That might be. That's S tier for
That's
me.
S or A.
Yeah.
Lastings
I think,
millage?
I think that's an S tier.
Yeah,
Guys, not to
Lewis?
cut you off, but I think Samson and Adnan are arguing. I'm just gonna pot them live. Ready?
I mean, they should,
We'll
probably
get to
should tell
December
them.
when we get to December. Let's just enjoy what should be a hell of a season.
You're
I
back on
completely
live,
agree.
guys. Keep arguing.
Oh,
we,
good.
we were told you guys were arguing, and we wanted to listen in.
No, we're talking about
No,
the fact that people tend to not be able to enjoy now because they're so worried about later. And all the articles about this season are about labor. They're about the winter, whatever they said in Game of Thrones. The winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter
Yeah,
is coming,
very good.
but guess what? Spring and summer are here, and we ought to enjoy that. And what you're seeing today with Paul Skenes, did he lose the Cy Young Award in inning 1?
Yep.
It's not impossible. It's really hard to get that ERA back down.
Oh,
It'll
come
take
on,
2
David.
months, Adnan,
You got
for him to
3
get
good
back
starts
down.
in a row.
Hey,
He's,
hey.
yeah, Paul Skenes. No, David's right. Paul Skenes is an ERA of 67.5 right now.
Yeah, and if he has 3 good starts, it'll be down to 3.8.
Well,
And
I
then-
don't know what your definition is, but just do the
Don't be-
math. If he does a complete game, that's still an ERA just around 5. After with a complete game shutout, and they're not going to do that.
Doesn't
It's
every
tough. We always
doesn't
talk to
every
players
starter
about that.
doesn't every starter throughout the year have one like 7-run inning? Like even the best.
A
It's
lot of
just
guys do.
easier to withstand it when you're deeper into.
I
the
get what you're
season.
saying. I get what you're saying.
What I will say is that
Say it.
what they're talking about here, though, of like experiencing joy around this game from the jump, is
Yeah.
like everybody is so worried about what next season is going to be like. And right now, we have this awesome opening day happening. That first inning of Mets Pirates was just complete mayhem and exactly what you want. It was getting, and as I mentioned right at the top of the stream, it was getting people in the other room who do not care about baseball. Just me going, oh my God, what's happening right here? Was getting all of those people into wanting to watch this game.
A lot of runs being scored all around Major League
It's
Baseball
cool,
right now.
and it's
11, 8, 7 on the board.
I worry. I worry that we're gonna jump. Everyone's gonna jump right into like, oh no, what's the World Baseball Classic doing to these arms and what? Let's just enjoy the fact that baseball is here. We've got all of these games happening. There's so much fun to be had. There are names like Javier Vasquez that we can just say out loud, or Niger Morgan, and we
Clothesline.
can enjoy. Yeah, God, the clothesline with Gabby Sanchez. But we can enjoy everything that's happening with baseball because it feels like baseball's in a really great place right now.
I was
as
just
a
going to
game.
say this. Can I just take
Please,
one
be positive,
second
guy.
to be serious, positive baseball guy? This game has maybe never been in a better place when it comes to talent. There is so much athleticism, so much eye-popping talent all around the league right now. You look at Aaron Judge, you look at Shohei Ohtani, obviously a talent that we've literally never seen before. Then you have these superhuman athletes like O'Neal Cruz and Ellie De La Cruz who maybe, they're flawed baseball players, but they just light up the screen every time you watch them. Then you go around on the mound and you have these arms, Tarik Skubal, Paul Skenes, Logan Webb, a guy I love watching, Cole Reagans in Kansas City. You've got guys all over the league, players that a lot of casual fans probably don't get to watch on a regular basis. There is so much talent right now.
Hey, don't call
and
me a
it's just-
casual fan.
I'm not calling you a casual fan. I would never do such a thing, Chris Cody. But it's frustrating that we're entering a space where, yes, these labor negotiations are going to happen. They're going to be brutal, and they're going to put a dent in things because right now, the game is so hot. It's so on fire. There's so much talent, and I just hope, really, really hope that these owners and these players can work this out as quick as possible so we can get back to focusing on how great of a place the game is in.
And let's enjoy this season right now. Danny Alvarez should be in with us. And Danny, I'm going to make this your Last question. I'm hoping that you can hear me right now.
If not, Mike, you just answer it.
Perfect. If not, Mike, if you're still here too, you can answer. But Danny, with this season happening right now, I want to know, outside of the Marlins, because I know you're covering them on a day-to-day basis, what is the storyline in this year's 2026 season that has you most excited in terms of following it and seeing where it goes throughout the year?
Man, that's a great question.
Good job, Jeremy.
But man, I'm very excited about Ronald Acuna Jr. being healthy and to see if he can put together another great season. I'm not expecting 40-70 again, but if he can go 40-40, and he looks like he can, given how he played in WBC, how he played in spring training, without any limitations to steal bases or go from first to third, like he's going with so much intensity.
Love a good first.
That I would like to see if he can actually be a real competition to Shohei Ohtani to see if he can get the NL MVP.
Just absolute classic with you going with the Venezuelan once again. But you know what? It paid off. It paid off when you were on the pitch clock and you picked him in the WBC.
Good job, Danny.
It's what you should do. Danny, we love you. Thank you for joining us.
I love you, buddy.
You off
Great to
because
see
of
you
the
always,
technology.
brother. Love you.
Thank you for being here. That guy, just so we all know, go follow him, El Extra Base. All the work that Danny does, he's about as good as it gets at covering, in particular, the Latin players, but everyone in Major League Baseball. He'll cover the Marlins. He'll be all around Major League Baseball throughout the year, and he created this entire business covering the game from scratch. And
his mother too.
Yep.
Credit to his mother
who
as well.
is one of the
and
long-term,
one of the loveliest people you'll ever meet.
Oh my God, the whole family.
Amazing people. Yeah, love the two of them.
Awesome people. All right. So
we still have David. David is the lone survivor.
Right.
Yes.
Awesome.
I can't believe Mike didn't hang out.
I appreciate I texted Mike and said, hey, man, sorry it's such a mess. Thank you for being here. Yeah. David, thank you for being here. Adnan, hopefully. He's at a meeting. He didn't crash a car.
Juan Uribe.
Just for anyone who was worried. Yeah, Juan Uribe. David, what are your favorite opening day memories from your time with the Marlins? Pot him up. Pot is up, and
we had such eventful opening days. Always, you get so excited because as soon as you're eliminated at the end of the year in September, and I don't mean mathematically, is when the last game's over, and the clubhouse empties, and you start planning for the next year. The schedule has already come out. You know your schedule. You know when opening day is, and you just aim toward it. You build your roster. You build your marketing plan. And then you realize after first pitch, there's not a damn thing you can do about the result. And it just happens. Weird stuff happens. But nothing will ever top the first opening day ever in my career, which was in Montreal. And we had an argument the entire spring training about who should play catcher and who should be at third base. And we put a guy named Michael Barrett, who is a name you may know. We put him at third base. And we had Chris Widger catch. And the first hitter of the game for the Dodgers hit a ground ball to third base that went under his legs. Oof. And we had planned all off season. We had fought about it. And the first pitch basically goes right to him. And it's an error. And you just feel like all the work you did was just gone, flushed down the toilet. And that's what opening day does to you. If you're Pittsburgh with Skenes today, if you're the Cubs with Matt Boyd, having him as your opening day starter getting shelled during a hurricane, it just, even Peralta wasn't sharp for the Mets, and he can't count on getting 11 for him each time. So it's just the reality of the season happens, and it happens so fast.
Is it true, David? The saying in baseball is, I feel like every opening day, it's like we all got a chance. The Nationals manager, does he actually think they have a chance this year? There are a lot of coaches that are like, we have no shot this year, right?
Oh, no. He's a first-year manager. He would like to win 75 to 85 games.
Just be in the mix.
And feels it, and you can't do it without winning the first one. And so that's really, everyone's got the hope, no matter what the projections are. In the clubhouse, you really ignore that stuff. All of the projected standings.
Every team thinks they have a chance, legitimately.
Player, and every game, even when you're facing an opposing team's ace, you're like, oh man, if we could just scratch and claw out a couple runs, we got a chance for a 3-2 or a 4-2 victory. You really have to believe it. Otherwise, the grind of the season will kill you literally.
Yeah, I think about the Marlins last year, right? Clayton McCullough comes in as a first-year manager. They didn't expect to be anything from anyone, and they had a total overachieving season where they went 79 games. And now I even think back to they had a game against Skubal late in the year where they were the ones that lit them up.
Like maybe all
You got to think about it. It's just the only one that doesn't right now is the NBA, where they tank and they want to lose.
Isn't it also relative? Like a team like the Nationals might think, hey, we've got a chance to make the playoffs, right? Like the Dodgers and those teams are obviously saying we have a chance to win the World Series, right? And maybe a team like the A's or one of the teams at the bottom, the Twins or something, isn't thinking we've got a chance to win the World Series, but maybe they're thinking, hey, we've got a chance to make some noise and be a tough team to play against and win 80 games, and maybe something goes your way and you're in the wild card.
You actually cut it down even to smaller increments because you never put it that way, because once you're in October, weird stuff can happen and you can win a World Series. Look what the Cardinals did with 85 or 86 wins. You just never know what'll happen, so you want to get to the tournament. But the first thing that all teams do is they want to become buyers. And so the first thing is, hey, let's get to the deadline and let's be buyers, not sellers. And then it gets even smaller and more micro with, let's just get through the first road trip. We don't talk about the first homestand, even if we open the season at home. Let's just get a 500 road trip out of the gates. You have generally 13 road trips per year, and you take them one at a time. So it's both short-term goals, but also you have that dream of playing in October.
I didn't realize every team has like 13.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
I could talk to David about this shit all day.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man, really.
We will. We're going to continue throughout the next hour, so we'll be on until 5 o'clock. Chris, I want to talk to you because we're going to work out some things. We have another guest who's trying to join us here, and we need to let Lou do his thing with the Zoom and work this out for a guest that people are going to be excited. This is me and you. This is me and you for just a second here.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, this is just us for just a second. What's your favorite opening day memory? Do you have any? Because I can think of one back at Pro Player that brings me a lot of joy.
I do think the first one that popped in was the David's Park opening up for the first time. I do remember that one. That one's pretty vivid.
I have a memory.
Day memories. Give me yours, because
I have a memory, and I'm pretty sure it was 2005. I'm going to look this one up and just make sure that this player joined the Marlins in this year. It would have been 2004. So this is opening day, and I'm sure David will have a memory. After winning the World Series, I was, I guess, 8 or 9 years old going into this. I would have been 8. I would have been turning 9 in June. And I remember going to opening day. I'm sitting in like the top of the lower level down the third baseline with my dad, and there were what I thought were like grown adults, but probably like drunk college kids. And Hee-Sop Choi was now the first baseman for the Marlins, and he had a nice day that day. And I remember it was either a play.
He hit a home run. I remember that.
He must have hit a home run, and I just remember these guys going absolutely berserk, and then starting a chant that ended up going somewhat around the ballpark of Hee-Sop Choi. And
creative.
I can still I was super creative, but I still like to this day it's a visceral memory, and it's like the feeling of opening day that's so special is I remember like again being taken out of school early and going, and like my dad he would do so for we'd pick one spring training game a year, and then we would always do opening day no matter what time that game was being played. If it was being played during the day, he'd come to school, pick me up early, take me out, and there was nothing better than the phone call going to the elementary school teacher and them picking up and like knowing, having that like cool, anxious feeling, but it was like a special one of the anticipation of like, oh, is that the call for my early release? And it was like, Jeremy, you're leaving an early release? And it was like, yeah, let's go. And then you would go and you'd go to that game, and the drive up, just seeing everyone and knowing that baseball was back, Jack, for, now through the rest of your summer, because it also set up toward the end of the school year and going into everything. And now, like for me and David, I'm not even sure if you know this yet, and I'm not sure if we can go to you yet or not, but like I have all of those experiences, and he'll get to talk about it at some point. I have all those experiences, and now, like for me in particular, I've not been on an opening day broadcast yet, and I will not be this year, but I am going to get to be the in-stadium host at David's ballpark for this opening day. And I have chills as I'm talking about it. This is kind of making me emotional, because it's a really special moment to be able to like be that one of the people contributing to the experience
Like, who would
for
have thought
some other 9-year-old.
when you were listening to these guys shouting
that there will be
"He
some
stopped
drunk
Troy,"
college guys doing that
years
for
down
some
the
kid
road,
here.
you're going to be Uptown Dale.
Yeah, right.
There
Uptown
really,
Dale.
there really is nothing like opening day.
It's the best.
Like, opening day of the NFL season, opening day of the NHL season, opening day of the NBA season. Like, yeah, there's that same somewhat of that same anticipation, but there's nothing like opening day in baseball because it's that afternoon thing. You get pulled out of school for it, and it's just no sport makes us dream quite like baseball does.
Yep.
And no sport gives us the hope that baseball does. And it really is hope springs eternal on opening day every year. You think your baseball team is going to win the World Series.
It's the best. I love the smile that it's putting on David's face right here.
You just sound like James Earl Jones, and it makes me happy. It really does. I'm happy that you guys got some good memories. In order to have good memories, you have to have bad memories. You wouldn't have a frame of reference.
True.
So I'm happy to have provided all types.
Thank you for
Dave,
bringing us through all emotions.
Were you guys at the first game in Dave's Park?
I believe I was, but I
yeah.
do want to do something here
Dave's
because
Park.
Dave's Park.
It's Dave's Park.
Call it Dave's Park. It's like as if it was sponsored by Dave's Bread.
Right.
Is that a thing?
So yeah, Dave. It's like the healthy bread. It's on my sad turkey sandwiches. So we have.
I was about to say, give me some Dave's bread, but now I don't want it.
So we have a guest here who we are all sounding like writers.
Thank you.
And we have.
No, you're not.
Yeah, there she is. Jane Levy, the author of Make Me Commissioner, I Know What's Wrong with Baseball and How to Fix It. Jane Levy, you and your wonderful glasses have graced us with your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Start, please, go.
First fix of the year. Ready? No Bert. Say Kreischer? Is that how they pronounce it? Get up. Folks,
You were the one talking to Dan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And Jameis, however you call him. Jameis, thank you. I'm revealing my annoyance. And the guy from the WWE guy.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Jey Uso.
Let's let baseball be baseball.
The Netflix
all right?
infomercial.
It was so horrible that I can no longer remember my first best opening day because that is by far the worst thing ever. And where, by the way, were the Cincinnati Redlegs? What
Yeah.
about that tradition?
What I love about the Reds right now is seeing that clock that Joey Votto gave them that feels very old school baseball. But Jane, what is your opening day routine? Like on a day like today where there's all these games happening, take me through what it's like for you as baseball returns. Because last night's opening night, that feels like a different thing. There's one game, it's a one-off. Today's the day where we get what feels like our March Madness. Is there anything? Nothing? I can't excite you here?
Well, I'm watching the Mets for my dad and for Buck Showalter.
Right.
I have to do that. And you know what? They look a lot like the Milwaukee Brewers.
Funny how that happens, right, Jane? Yep.
David
Stearns
has
moves over
created
there.
a team in the image of the Milwaukee Brewers. They are making contact. They're not, they're hitting the ball through the hole. They're playing situational baseball. Maybe they'll be better that way. I hope so, because my father is turning in his grave right now. But how did I celebrate opening day? Can you see this on my shirt? Probably not.
Yep, there it is. The Mickey Mantle.
That is the sweater that Mickey Mantle gave me off his back.
Wow. Come on.
No, I'm serious.
Oh,
and it's made of Teflon, and so I am schwitzing, but I can't take it off and talk to you. So
David, you ever get a
I
sweater?
wore it for you, but it was a choice between the earrings and the Mickey Mantle. They can't possibly make this stuff anymore. It's got to be illegal, like butazolidine. What butazolidine was to horses, this material is to human couture.
David, do you have any
sweaters from players?
Either sweaters or jerseys or anything specifically given to you by a player, either from like childhood or that was part of your organization while you were there that remains as special as this like Mickey Mantle sweater?
Well, it's not a Mickey Mantle sweater, but my favorite jersey, well, one of them. I'd have to make a top 5, but Dontrell Willis giving me his Jackie Robinson number 42 jersey.
Wow.
From Jackie Robinson day.
That's cool.
I really love that one. And it was such an important moment when he did that. Just, I loved having him on the team, and I love seeing his career now. He transitioned into media.
He's
and
damn
he
good
loves
at
what
it,
he's
too.
doing. He's doing great. He's got a family, and it's unreal. Seeing Miggy has given me one of his jerseys that he had worn, and just, they were so happy to have won a World Series. It's just crazy baseball. They both thought they'd win 5 rings each, at least in their career.
Yeah.
And neither one ever won again. It's hard to win. And what the Dodgers are doing, trying to get 3 in a row for the first time since the Yankees in 98, 99, and 00, don't take it for granted. It's truly not easy.
Yeah, it's a cool time to be watching like a dynasty. I mean, it feels like a dynasty one way or another, but watching a dynasty unfold with one of the greatest players to ever play the game on that team in Shohei Ohtani. Jane, when you look at this MLB season, are there any teams, whether it's, I know we just talked about the Mets, we obviously always talk about the Dodgers, but are there any teams that you're looking at this year that you're particularly excited to watch, or is it more just following those teams at the top?
Well, the O's are going to be better for sure.
That's true.
The Nationals are going to be inexplicably worse. I mean, the idea that they're sitting there thinking about, a playoff spot, I don't think so. I'm sorry. Just no. Kansas City Royals, of all teams.
Ooh.
I like that team a
I
lot.
think they're interesting.
They
They're
have
really
all these
good.
guys that played in the World Baseball Classic. Vinny Pasquantino having his moment with Team Italy, and they just have a ton of
That
personality.
offense is loaded.
How do
And that
you
offense
feel
is
about that
loaded.
team, David? Like, are you looking forward to watching the Royals?
Yeah, I actually predicted that they're going to win the Central, and I've got
There you
Bobby
go.
Witt as the MVP of the league over Aaron Judge. So
monster.
I do think the Royals, and by the way, Cole Reagans could win the Cy Young, although I predicted that Skubal would win back-to-back-to-back. So they're not a low revenue, low payroll team in terms of they're going to lose 100 games. They are a competitive team that has a real chance in that division. It'll be interesting. I have them and the Tigers going to the playoffs, because I think the Tigers will hold on to Skubal and then let him go in free agency and get a pick. So I think that'll be fun to watch all year.
Yeah, that's one of the big stories to watch is Skubal and what's going to happen there. As one of the stranger arbitration cases I can remember, where he comes in at 32, the team comes in at 19, that disparity, and it ends up at 32. So, God, if he ends up joining those Dodgers. But I'm trying to think if when you look back, Jane, at the World Baseball Classic, I don't know how much of it you had a chance to
watched
follow.
a lot.
So
I did.
what was your general takeaway from seeing all of the emotion behind it and the way the game was played, this early in the year before the regular season even started?
Uptight America has to get over itself.
Thank you.
I mean, it, the unwritten rules, the unspoken rules, the real rules, stop it. Have some damn fun. The reason, and not faux fun, like a comedian in a kayak or a football player who once played baseball. I'm sorry. How about making the baseball fun? I mean, the way it is celebrated among the teams from all over Central America and even the Far East, they know how to have fun, and they made the Americans look corporate, stodgy Yankees from 1963.
Yeah, it's crazy. David, go ahead.
Yeah, I would just say it's really hard to look like you're having fun or have fun when your offense is so bad. And when you go through stretches, an owner can say, oh my God, let's fire the manager. We have no energy. It looks like we're just going through the motions. And then we would say, well, wait a minute. We just had great pitching against us. It's hard to look good when you're not having a good at-bats. And the U.S. team, if you go back through the World Baseball Classic, they raked during the exhibition games.
Yep.
But as soon as the World Baseball Classic started, they couldn't hit. They had 1 or 2 good innings with crooked numbers, and the rest were zeros. So it's hard to have fun when that's happening. But I don't disagree with what you're saying, but it's just, it may look worse than it is.
Yeah.
What made me happy, Jeremy? Last night, and it was the only thing that made me happy, seeing Ron Washington in uniform.
Oh, he's the best.
That he is such a decent guy. And I actually think he was doing a good job with the Angels until his heart gave out and he had to have quadruple bypass. But that he found a place where he can continue to do what he does better than anybody without being treated as despicably as the Angels, who went out of their way to say, and oh, by the way, we're not firing you because of your health.
Julian Tavares.
That's a good name. That's a good name. All right, so both of you are going to love this comparison, and then David, I'm going to ask you one final question and let you go, and we'll continue on with Jane as we have about half hour or so left of this live stream. First thing was that Jake Mintz of Cespedes Family Barbecue last week came on the pitch clock, and I think you'll both like this comparison, where he compared Bryce Harper and the fun that he has. He said Bryce Harper is the Elvis Presley of Major League Baseball, in that he is a culture vulture in the same way that Elvis stole from black culture, but it was ultimately a good thing for the American pop culture at large. That Bryce Harper, the way that he likes to play with flair, similar to the Hispanic players, he is a culture vulture of the Hispanic players of Major League Baseball, but it will be a good thing for Major League Baseball at large in the long run if
We
more
can't have
players
one
follow
fun
him.
player?
It's fun. I think it's fun. So, David, before we let you go, what
Assess that.
What is one thing you would like to leave us with about this Major League Baseball season for our audience to be able to pay attention to as we head forward? You're going to be our guest on the Pitch Clock next week. We'll dive into some of what happens over this first week. But what's some stuff that they should be paying attention to?
I want to tell you how funny you are, Jeremy, and how awesome you are. But Bryce Harper, he couldn't hit an ocean until he had that 2-run home run to tie the game in the final game.
exactly
So
right.
you talk about what culture was he stealing? He was simply walking back to the dugout the entire World
Pointing
Baseball
at the
Classic.
Capital One
But
side
he
on
did
his
it
shoulder.
very well.
He did do it well.
You're right. I take it back. He walked very well back to the dugout with his bat on his shoulders. The thing that I'm looking for is, and it was, part of it was on today's show with Aaron Judge and the Yankees. There's always so much pressure on them, having not won since 09, and Boone and Cashman, and just the pressure on their jobs. And Aaron Judge is not a spring chicken. Counting on Garrett Cole to come back from Tommy John and be consistent is very difficult to do. They've got starting pitching rotation issues. They're getting older. I'm looking at them in the American League and the Phillies in the National League as two rosters. They're hanging on. They're ringless and hanging on to the dream of what that team is supposed to be. And this is it to me. This is the final trial for those two teams. And that's the storyline that I'm definitely following on the field. Off the field, of course, I'm watching with great anticipation how it goes with the broadcasts and the local broadcast deals, and MLB taking care of all of the different teams now as they head toward really nationalizing and socializing local broadcast revenues. So those are the two things that I'm looking at.
And that's why you can watch me, David, on Marlins.tv. Thank you, David.
Love it.
Thank you for joining
Good
us.
stuff,
We'll see
David.
you on the Pitch Clock next week.
See you,
Thank you
David.
for joining us.
Thank you, David.
Nice to
Jane,
see you.
Chris has a question for you as the resident
Yeah.
How to Fix Baseball person.
It's more of like it's just a thought I was having earlier today, because we had, of course, O'Neal Cruz. He had his 2 defensive mishaps, but then later in that game, we had our first overturned ABS pitch of the season, where he was going to walk. He started going towards first base. They challenged it. It was a strike. I'm being honest. I don't even know how that at bat ended, but it got me thinking.
It was a strikeout.
Are we going to
It
track?
was a strikeout.
Are we going to track the stats of
100%.
like I just feel like O'Neal Cruz just went from last year that would have been a walk, and he has like an 1,000 on base percentage, and now he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Yeah, what
So
are
I'm
your thoughts here, Jane,
I'm
on
curious of like
ABS?
how like the number. Like I'm just more interested at the end of this year of like this guy lost X amount of points because of ABS this year.
You know, I think what they really need to do is actually not leave the robo-ump as an abstraction that you can't
Yes,
see it.
I like
You
where you're
can't-
going with this.
I think there needs to be a robo-ump stationed next to the regular ump,
this.
or looking over his shoulder.
What about like the
So,
first
like-
row of like every stadium, and like he points back in the first row, there's just like this gigantic robot,
Like with Terminator eyes.
Where Bert was sitting.
Yes,
Take
where-
up that Bert
exactly,
spot,
exactly.
right? And going, that's funny.
The robot's
Bert-
shirtless, the shirtless
Yeah,
robot.
the shirtless robot.
Yeah.
And, did you guys see the thing in the Wall Street Journal today about the opening of the season? I didn't think I was going to be depressed about this, but I am. I really am. I don't mind the challenge system. I think it's fine. I think it's a fine compromise. I understand that people have to be able to vent, and this gives them a chance to get a few things right. But the problem is that it's the irregularity of baseball. It's the unexpected of baseball. It's the center fielder in the World Series, jumping up and making a catch at the outfield wall over the left fielder, Kiki. It's all those unexpected things. And as my, analytics perfection professor said, greatness is the ability to adjust to the unexpected. That's what great players are, not eliminating as many and controlling as many aspects of the game, the weather, the pitch count, the this, the that. Let him play. I'm sorry.
No, you feel free to curse on this program. You're good.
I'm really worried that they will make it. The human mind has a real talent for putting itself out of business. And I really fear that they'll go all the way with it ultimately. And what a pity. What about the theater? The problem with baseball is that they don't need to import stupid entertainment like they did last night. They have to make what's entertaining about baseball more available and happen more often, as opposed to everybody swing the same, everybody, launch angle for home runs, pitchers that go 5 innings, 5.2 last year, and then their elbows break anyway. I just think that baseball has forgotten what's great about it. Celebrate that.
Amen.
Instead of what Netflix is promoting.
Jane, I want to include you on a couple things that we've been doing throughout the show here. So I'm not sure if you heard last night on the broadcast. The Giants have had a different starting left fielder every year since 2007, except for the last 2 seasons now. They have finally had back-to-back the same guy has started in left field, and that's Elliot Ramos. So since Barry Bonds had started back-to-back years in 06 and 07, nobody had done it. So I want to see if you can get any of these names. So we've got a few of these crossed off already. We've got Mark DeRosa, Mike Morse,
we're giving her the
Nori
scraps.
Aoki, Hunter Pence, and Michael Conforto, and obviously Barry Bonds and Elliot Ramos. So I want to see
Of how many?
There are. I'm all right.
Since 2007, so I guess 19 or 20.
Wow.
So you got about 10 or 12 more?
Did Pagan play out there?
Yes,
Ooh,
Pagan in
there we go.
2016.
There we
Angel
go.
Pagan.
Angel Pagan.
What a
Let my
great
girl
name to
cook.
bring
Let
to
my
this.
girl cook.
What a
You got
great-
any more?
So
that name is Pagan from the list.
Oh Jesus, Jeremy.
Sorry.
We'll let that keep going, but I do want to ask you about something. So just we'll keep stewing on those and see if we can get any of the other ones. I want to ask you about the Orioles because you mentioned them. Weird year last year, right? Like had a very dormant offseason where people were. Did you do that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
for
was
Angel
for me.
Pagan, delayed. Anyway, very weird offseason for them where people thought they were going to be in on guys like Max Fried and Dylan Cease. They ended up not getting any pitching, and then they had a bad season, missed the playoffs entirely, which that roster was way too talented to miss the playoffs. Why do you think they'll be better? I agree with you, first of all. And what are you looking forward to in terms of seeing the improvement from young guys like Jackson Holliday and Jordan Westberg and the other names that are out there?
First of all, you talked about the American team in the WBC being flat. Those guys were flat all year last year. I talked to Palmer about it a lot. And he said all the things they did right the year before they stopped doing last year. And guess what? They were the little things. The extra base they didn't take. The play they did in the field they didn't make. They just, got full of themselves. And also they got hurt, which everybody does now. And they didn't go shopping. I wish that some owner, and I don't know that, I can think of the last one who's done this, would come out and treat fans with the decency to say, there's a plan here. And the reason we didn't go after such and such and such and such last year is because we have a 3-year or 2-year plan and we're going to spend this much money the next year. We know what we have to fix and we're starting with X and then we'll move to Y. Give some people a chance to understand why you're fielding a little league team. It's crazy. And they're not accountable to anybody and not even to shame. I mean, has Hal Steinbrenner spoken publicly in 5 years? I think maybe once, and anyway, I think they got good people, and And I'm glad Jim Palmer's back. There was a good chance he wasn't going to do it this year, but he's back in the booth. So
watching the game right now, Jane, you know, we've got all of these games going on.
Rogers is dealing, by the way, boys. Trevor Rogers and I believe this is Joe Ryan for the Twins as well. This is a nice pitcher's duel. Nothing through 5.5.
Yeah, we've got all these different games going on, but I want to know because obviously we're talking about some of the things that baseball needs to do to embrace its greatness. Who are some of the guys in the modern game that, as our watchers / listeners are paying attention to, that you think are
mostly
worthy?
watchers right now?
Well, yeah, I guess they're all watchers right now. Yeah. But everyone who's watching this stream, like, who are some of the players in baseball right now that like spark that joy within you of, yeah, this guy is one of those guys that would have been great watching in any era?
You know, I saw Juan Soto play left field his first major league game in Washington, and he wasn't very good at that either. So I'll be watching to see how he does in left field at Citi Field. I mean, right field at Citi Field is really big, and Buck Showalter, you know, predicted that he would have a really hard time out there, and he did. I'd like to see if the joy comes back into his game.
Yeah.
Because he soured. He really soured and was devastated that the Nationals traded him. And it's taken him years to come back from that. And I guess maybe $765 million can bring the joy. And, you know, he's got a new hairdo. So
you sure hope
he's
so.
Happy.
You sure hope so. You sure hope
so.
$765 million can bring some joy.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see. I love watching Bobby Witt. You know,
yeah.
I think Yamamoto. For all you can complain about what the Dodgers have done in terms of how much they've spent, they're doing it because they're smart. They're smarter than everybody else, bluntly said. And Shohei made it impossible for them to do what they did. But the way he came in that last game of the World Series after pitching the day before was echoes of the Giants, you know, and Mad Bum. And before that, Randy Johnson with the Snakes in 2001, if I got that right. I think so. You know, those are the kind of performances. Those things are what draw people to the game. And they are also, as we've discussed, the things that have been engineered out of the game by algorithms. So it's not so much the people I want to see, I want to see the trends and whether there's more of that. Wouldn't it be something if the Japanese pitchers taught us something about how to play the American game, right? I mean, and then he goes to the dugout and he cleans up because, you know, Japanese players aren't the slobs
that the American players are.
Yes, right. You know, I don't think they just spit and walk away from it.
That's right.
You know, and he takes meticulous notes in pencil, not with an iPad. And he's not huge. He's smart. He's just plain smart. As are, you know, Andrew Friedman and the crew who have unlimited money to do what they've done. I don't understand, or what, you know, I keep asking myself, what did they see in Tucker that nobody else saw in terms of dollar signs? That one astonished me. And I think that one put a lot of owners and a lot of people over the limit when it comes to the salary cap that's, you know, hovering in the future.
Jane, I need you to give it to me straight here. Should I have any hope as a Marlins fan this season?
Yeah, I actually think you should.
Thank you.
I have a lot of buddies who are in the organization, so yes, I think you should. Do I think they'll make the playoffs? You know, what's going to happen sooner or later, before I become commissioner and have to undo it.
That's right.
They're going to add more teams and dilute the product even more, and then they're going to add more layers to the playoffs and make the season even longer. Which will make them want to play all the postseason games at, you know, neutral sites, which would be a disaster.
Yep.
So it's going to be college football.
So what you're going to have at some point, and, you know, it was Buck. I mean, I quote him a lot because he's so smart and available. But what you're going to have at some point is some team with a losing record that gets hot at exactly the right time and then sweeps through the playoffs on that gust of energy and accomplishment. And you're going to have some losing team win the World Series. And I'm not saying that that's going to be the Marlins. I think they're likely to, whether they make the playoffs this year or not, they're going to show out, right? The guys who are working there are smart.
Yeah.
They're a tough team to play against.
They
are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Well, I know Jane is a studier of, and it's within her book, but she's a studier of the folks from Driveline. And Brandon Mann, the Marlins bullpen coach, is one of those guys who is of that sort of philosophy that has helped so many of these pitchers develop and really maximize what it is that they're capable of doing. Do you know that he pitched? Do you know that he pitched his first game on Mother's Day for the Rangers? One year he got in, and because it was Mother's Day, they made him wear a pink jersey. And so that was his first game.
His first game.
His first
he
game
went
ever.
He went to the mound in pink.
It's pretty in pink. Jane, before we let you go, I'm going to ask you, because thank you so much for sharing so much of your time with us. And for those of you who haven't bought her book, I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
Make
great.
Me Commissioner. I know what's wrong with baseball and how to fix it. She's incredible. There's lots of laughs. There's lots of information. She's as good as it gets. She also has an incredible Sandy Koufax book that I read that is like as good as it gets. But Jane, before I let you go, I want to tee up for
Never let me go, Jeremy.
Oh, I never
let me
will in a real sense, but from this live stream, so that we wrap up
Okay.
with some trivia. Jane, I want to give you the platform here for any of your favorite baseball stories that come to mind from your years of covering the game that you'd like to share with our audience. I know there's a million. You've shared some of them before. But what when I say that to you, we're sitting here on opening
story?
day.
Yes.
Yeah, locker room story.
You want a locker room
story?
Okay.
I just sat up in my chair.
You cross your legs. So 81, the strike year. I covered the strike and all the labor stuff for the Washington Post. And so even though the strike actually lasted only 51 days in terms of games lost, it went on. We weren't at a ballpark, from April until the very beginning of August, when they started the second half of what became the split season year. So, as a woman walking into this mess of dirty people eating, sloppy joes in the nude and things like that, you always take a deep breath, right? You take a deep breath. And you remember to say, my son can put on a pair of underpants. Why can't you? And all the lines that I perfected over the years to get these guys to behave. So I sit down on the arm. The Orioles back in the day had the cheapest, most horrible locker room. It had captain's chairs that were, the canvas sling with the wooden frame in black and orange. And I would always go and sit next to Kenny Singleton. He was a really good guy. And we would talk, and he would tell me gross stories, and I'll tell you those off stream because that's really gross. So I'm sitting there and, acclimating, and somebody with calloused hands, and that is a clue, not that they don't all have calloused hands. Somebody comes and one big hand over my face and my eyes, and another hand exploring my person.
No.
Now, this person, this calloused hand, made sure to avoid the most erogenous of zones.
Good. This is
But it was wandering. And there were 40 men in that locker room because you recall the roster was increased because nobody had played in God knows how long. So there's 40 men and me. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? And I realized because baseball players live to test themselves, to test others, to test themselves against the rookie who wants their job, against the guy across the diamond who plays the same position, against the pitcher who has struck them out, 4 times like Aaron Judge last night. And so I know this is my test. Am I going to be welcomed back, or am I going to be in deep doo-doo for the rest of the season?
Man.
So I remembered that in a moment, a flash of insight, that George Brett had cursed out a female reporter for taking a picture. She was a photographer also, and for taking a picture of him on crutches. And so I scream out at the top of my lungs, "It's George Brett!" Rick Dempsey, the catcher, stark naked, gets off my knee, walks across the locker room, trailing one of those stupid little white towels. Why they still have, itsy bitsy little white towels, I have no idea. Somebody has a contract on the little white towels. Right. They'd be small on anybody, darling. And he's dragging this thing behind him, and he's sucking his thumb, and he says, "She only goes with MVPs."
This is an all-timer.
Wait, this is not the end.
Oh God.
So I go, and I probably shouldn't have done this. And I know if I did it today, I'd be excoriated right and left. I go and I sit down on his knee, and I say, "Don't worry, Dipper, I'll go with you when you're MVP." Flash forward to the 83 postseason. He is the MVP of the World Series, is he not?
Incredible.
You guys remember? Against
Remember.
Pittsburgh?
Of course I do.
Yes, of course you do. I get a call from Rick Dempsey. I'm
No
MVP.
way.
Where are you?
Oh, that's gold. See, and this is why you have Jane Levy on your live stream.
The greatest ever.
The
The
greatest
best
to ever
to
do it. She should be the commissioner. You guys should buy her book, Make Me Commissioner.
My wife loved that story.
Yeah, Chris's wife did.
You know what? And you know what about it, guys? In today's culture, I would be excoriated by the woke mobs of female reporters, male reporters. Everybody would say to me, "What in God's name were you thinking sitting on his knee?" You know what? I got better stories and more stuff the rest of the year, and whenever I covered them after. It was my test, and I passed.
Nice.
Always. And she passed this test as well. In joining us on this live
The
stream,
best.
Jane, we love you. Thank you for joining us. I will talk to you soon. Both
Happy opening day, guys.
Happy opening day,
You're
Jane.
the
We love you.
greatest. We are going to transition over to playing a trivia game in just a moment. I want to give some updates on scores as soon as we can. Also,
Yeah, I have an update.
Okay.
Kyle Schwarber went deep in his first at bat since signing his new
I'm
contract with the
out.
Phillies.
See ya.
bye, Jane. All right. Well, that was a hell of a story.
That was incredible. That was something.
she's the
dude.
best.
She is amazing. Lou
Always-
loves it back
always
there.
something.
Yeah, she is.
So wholesome.
Yeah.
Where do
she's
we
the
want to
best.
go with trivia, boys?
Well, there's a folder in front of us.
Wholesome is
Okay.
how you would describe it.
Let's Rod Barajas.
Ooh.
Now we're back to his
We're
game.
tiering, yeah.
names. That's a good one.
Billy Butler. Is that long enough ago?
Rod Barajas is
It's a good name.
it's a good name. It's a,
I got a good one.
It's a
Makes you
beer
smile.
C. Beer C for me.
Give me a good one, Lou.
Cocoa Crisp.
One of the great names ever.
Cocoa Crisp is that's got to be it.
Barajas to me is an A tier name. Makes me really just
First
excited.
name though just doesn't help it.
Rod. Yeah. All right. B.
I guess if it, you know what, Rod. If it was Rob, did I
Yeah.
think it was Rob?
He
It's
might have.
Rod Barajas.
You know
Rod
what? This name
Barajas.
just went up in my book a little bit. I may have thought it was Rob Barajas
Okay.
with a B.
Rod Barajas. I'm gonna put him.
Jeremy, where you at on this one? Rod Barajas.
Within tears?
Yeah.
What's the full name of Rod?
Is it Roderick? If it's Roderick, it's S.
Rodrigo?
Could be
Rodrigo Richard Barajas.
Wow. Good guess by you, Jeremy. Lewis got it.
I'd like it better if it was Dick Barajas.
Hell yeah, dude. Fist
Hey yo.
Hey,
I will say, don't cut it before I said Barajas.
Don't
So-
cut what?
The,
This is live, buddy.
Yeah, this is live, brother. We're not doing
no,
we're
I
not
know,
recording
but
it.
I know the show, and then we'll
Talking
take
about
it and
Dick
then we'll play it
Barajas.
tomorrow.
Don't cut it. I was like, what are we talking about?
Here, I got another name for you. Ready?
Please.
Yeah.
Quentin McCracken.
There.
Oh
Hey.
my God, he's
That's a
playing
winner.
the game. Okay,
winner.
so how many names do we
That
have? left
might that might be a good one in both. Like that one makes
All
me
right.
happy and it's a dope name.
I have. All right, so here's where we are.
Look how proud Lewis
We
is.
have-
He's like,
we have-
yes, I
we
can
have-
go home. I'm going to tell honey, good day at work, baby. I
I
said,
said I crushed this game every day with Ethan. Me and Ethan.
Yeah,
both
we
do this
do.
about
We're
every day
we're
almost.
texting each other
what
all
a
the
cool
time.
job we have that you can go home today and your wife's going to be like, honey, how was work? And you'll be like,
I crushed it because I
I
said,
said Quentin McCracken. So it was a
Yeah, I
great day at
summoned
work.
Quentin McCracken.
Yeah.
We do
and
have the
all
best
the
jobs in the
boys
world.
loved it.
You know why? Because
did.
I get to say your Vitorialba.
It's a good one.
You know, that's actually,
To me, that's an
Quentin
Instagram name.
McCracken is what me and my wife call it.
Hey. So,
All right.
we have 13 minutes
Yeah.
of this live stream left. I don't want to keep any of our crew longer than is necessary. So
I have a guess, by the way, for left
Oh yeah,
fielder.
let's come on.
I thought of I was just like Giants.
Yeah, yeah,
early
yeah.
2000s.
Come on.
I know this guy played first base, and this guy.
I know who you're going.
And this guy's a shitty dude.
Yes, you've got it.
Aubrey Huff.
Aubrey Huff is on this list.
No.
Aubrey Huff
I
started
was
in left
I was
field
like,
in
I think
2012
he
for the
might
San
be
Francisco Giants.
I think he had a cup of coffee in the corner. I thought he was a first
Yep.
baseman, but I was like,
Yep.
it's worth guessing.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I'm
I'm
so impressed.
I'm gonna look at this list. I think there are 1, 2,
That guy probably thinks I cheated.
3 more
Chat.
names that
Yeah.
you guys should be
Can we
able
talk
to
about
get.
that guy?
Yeah, wait. Before we guess,
Yeah.
there was a guy,
I responded to him on Twitter
as you should have.
because he was just like,
oh, this was crazy.
clearly Chris Cody's. I haven't won a trivia game in like
It's been weeks.
6 weeks, and this guy's like, all right, he clearly
Cheater.
cheats.
Pretends to not know the answers.
I do like the
Oh,
idea.
so I'm cheating the other way.
Right. So,
So-
he's
oh,
saying
actually,
he's
he's
saying
giving
that
me
you're
credit?
he's
Did I
saying that
misread
you're
the tweet?
pretending that you have been given the answers and you're pretending to not know them.
Well, I think the insinuation is that you don't know anything.
And that when I
But
do know it,
when
it's
you
been
do
fed to
know,
me.
it's been fed to you, and you pretend you've been fed everything because
He's
you
thinking
don't
of
know
what
anything.
was the one that like we were like, and then like I thought of it. He's probably
Yeah,
thinking
there
of
was
that
one. There was one like that. Remember when you guessed Carl Pavano's War like exactly? That was
That was
That,
crazy.
well, that I
crazy.
cheated. No, I'm kidding.
I would be so mad to find out that you did. Did you see that? It was Miles Michaelis said that the guys.
I know who that is.
Yeah, Ethan doesn't know, so you want to know who it
I
is?
know who that
He's
is.
a pitcher for the Washington Nationals.
I didn't know
one
he
of
was
the-
with the Nationals.
One of
though.
the
I think
names
he
I
was a
saw
Cardinal.
and was like, don't know anyone else.
Good
Yeah,
mustache.
Jason doesn't know. Do you want to tell him who he?
Yeah,
Miles
tell Jason.
Michaelis, yeah, he's a pitcher for the Washington Nationals with a good mustache. He said
just
he was
did a
asked
Dan
if he
noise.
could be. I did. If he could be commissioner for a day, what he would change, and he said that there'd be stronger punishments for the PED guys, but not in terms of suspensions. That he would want them to either wear like something on their jersey or wear a different colored hat from everyone in Major League Baseball, so that way everyone had to know who failed PED tests.
I'm
Okay.
sure
now-
that'll go
so
over
like a
well in the
Scarlet
clubhouse.
Letter.
Now,
All right.
now people
Yeah.
are accusing me of reading the chat for the answers. I did not see Aubrey Huff in the chat.
Okay, here's where we are. We have 10 minutes
I'm
left. in
scrolling
this
up.
thing.
I'm gonna find Aubrey Huff.
We
Can
have-
I control F the chat?
We have. I've tried this every day. We have 10 minutes left.
Let's see if someone wrote Huff.
We've done. I'm done with the left fielders.
All right, I'll
I'm
give
done
you the
with
rest
that.
of the names.
I'm done with that.
Dave Roberts, Fred Lewis, Pat Burrell, Andres Torres, Connor Joe, Alex Dickerson, Austin Slater, Jock Peterson, Blake Sable.
Wow. Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson.
That's a good one.
That was a name I thought you could get. Dave
Hold on.
Roberts, although
Pat
I don't
Burrell,
really
maybe.
think.
Are you
of
sure
him.
it's Jock
Pat
Peterson?
Burrell.
Yeah. What?
Yep, Jock Peterson in 2022 was the starting left fielder for the Giants, and then he switched
Pat
to DH.
Burrell?
Pat Burrell.
Should've thought of
That's
that
a
one.
name
Yeah.
you guys could have gotten
Pat Burrell,
because
I
he was
should've
on
thought
that
of.
World Series team in 2010.
Should have
big
thought of Pat
contributor.
Burrell. Should have thought of Pat Burrell. Okay, so now where I'm at is, do we have what I'm asking Ethan is,
Jason Marquise.
do we have any
Ryan Langerhans.
other games that are like the trivia that you created? Are they all place these things here, or is there a head-to-head thing?
So we've got a head-to-head, 3 strikes, typical lineup game.
I feel like we should leave our audience
Finish with that?
with one of these.
Or do we want to guess stadium names?
I'm kind of
That
out on
one's
that one.
tough.
I'm
That one's
out.
tough.
I would
I'm
suck
out.
at that.
All right, we'll
Comerica
bring that.
Park.
We'll bring that around.
We'll bring that around somewhere else. Not today.
We don't have to.
We could also not do that.
Okay, so
Wells.
open your folders. then.
Okay.
Open your folders.
The chat just said it's Alex Dickerson. I don't think Corey
What did
Dickerson.
I say? I said Corey Dickerson. I
Corey
meant to say Alex Dickerson
Yeah.
if I did.
Yeah.
I have
That's
the
why I
names
was like,
right
I
here.
know
open the
very
folder?
few
Yeah.
things, but I just don't. I feel like Corey Dickerson.
So open your folder. Inside your folder, you'll see a diamond with a Giants logo and a diamond with a Yankees logo.
Yeah,
so
hell
these
yeah.
were the 2 teams that got us underway in baseball last night. Lewis, if you don't mind, in Quez, as I like to call it,
Quez? It's
you've
Qs.
got the graphics up there, so throw them up for the people, please. So
What year? is
these
this?
are the 2005. Of course, 2005 is our jumping off point, boys. And why is that?
Hell yeah.
The year the greatest baseball game, video game of all time came out, MVP Baseball 2005. So You've got the 2005 New York Yankees and the 2005 San Francisco Giants
I can
in front of
immediately
you.
give you every Yankee.
I'm sure you can. This Yankees lineup, you guys should be able to do this lineup perfectly. So
Giants,
we're gonna
I'm
do
not so
three.
hot on.
We're gonna do 3 strikes and you're out. Jeremy, you won last game, so we'll start with you.
Okay. So the shortstop for the New York Yankees, Derek
I
Jeter.
wonder who that
I
could
think I got this whole one too.
Yeah.
I was worried about right field, but then I'm like, that's our boy out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, who is that?
So you,
I mean, you don't have
Go
to.
ahead.
get
I
one
should
first.
probably play the game of like, which one do I think Jeremy's most
Yeah.
like? I should just do the obvious ones. A-Rod.
Yep.
That's at third base.
Yep.
If you look at that TW at second base, you know who that is?
I sure
That's
do.
Tony Womack.
That is
That's
correct.
wild to go to that one. I feel like that's one of the tougher ones there that you could have left. Even though I did
It is.
know it. I did know it.
I know you know.
Also doubles as a great baseball name.
Yeah, it is a good baseball
Thank you,
name.
Lewis.
Lewis,
Great-
that's a very good point.
Great point from Lewis.
I think that was on air, right?
Yep. Cody.
Either that or just in our heads, and we sound like idiots right now.
Yeah.
Definitely. on there.
Bernie Williams, center
Yep.
field.
You said that to me earlier today.
Well, because I happened to walk by his
Yeah, you
desk
did.
and I saw this
While I was
sheet.
printing it out.
I just go Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams. I also want to say 2 things. One, in the chat, Sean Figgins.
Sean Green.
Also, someone asked if Ethan's ever played MLB Slugfest, and I want to know the answer to
of
that.
course I've played
Okay.
Slugfest,
Best
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Love that game. Playing that.
Not better than
alternating-
MVP,
no,
but great game.
alternating because it was the same
Yeah,
era
yeah,
between the two. When
Yeah,
it's like,
for sure.
sometimes I want to play Slugfest, sometimes
For
I want
sure.
to play MVP baseball. Okay. Left field for the Yankees. I love that we're just avoiding the Giants at all costs. Left field for the Yankees is Hideki Matsui.
Correct.
Oh, we're doing these both at the same time?
Yeah.
Shortstop, Omar Vizquel.
Damn it.
Correct.
It's the only one I was sure of over
is
there.
correct.
All right, well, I'll just keep going. Right field for the Yankees, Gary Sheffield.
Yep. Of course.
Jorge Posada.
Yes, that is correct.
That is
I'm like 99% sure who the DH is. Obviously, we know who the first baseman is.
the first baseman is Jason Giambi.
Yes.
Can I ruin the DH?
Don't.
I know who it is.
I know
I'm
who
like,
it is.
I'm
Don't
positive,
ruin it.
so I don't like. Yeah.
Okay, so say it.
He was on the 03 team too. Ruben Sierra.
Correct.
And the starting pitcher was Randy Johnson.
We got all of them, boys.
All right, so
You-
we
you
have.
tricked me into that. I should have said Randy
Yep.
Johnson.
Yeah, you should have.
Yep, Giambi.
I was scared Lewis was gonna say it. I was like, I need to say it.
I gotta rush it. I gotta say it.
Now this
Now
is
things
where
get
the fun
interesting.
begins. So we're gonna go 3 strikes and you're out here.
05. All right, let me visualize.
You're playing
Wow.
MVP baseball. You've just
I've got
started a
one.
dynasty with the Giants. It's opening day.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing the Dodgers. Rafael Furcal is at shortstop for the sorry. He was on the Atlanta Braves. That's why I think of
Happening
him
right
as
now.
opening day.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Because we would always start at GM mode. You'd play opening day. You'd play the first game, and then
Just
you'd
say
be
a
like,
name.
"All right, let's go outside." Go out. Yeah, say a name.
What the hell is that? What
I'm
was
just
that?
rambling. I'm filling time.
He's just trying to help.
I'm filling time.
I'm like cooking right now. When
Yeah?
I closed my eyes
yeah.
and I was like, visualize, I did.
I think I
Yeah.
might lose. Good thing this doesn't count for our actual
get
competition
you for
against
first
each other.
Who said that? I made
I
the
know.
rules.
That's what
so
I need.
you're up.
I'm
you have to
struggling.
name one first. Because I named the last Yankee, so you're up.
Fuck. I know the third baseman, but I'm like, I could get like a letter wrong in his name. It's like, I'm just gonna stay with what I know.
Mhm.
Catcher,
Yep.
Mike Matheny.
Correct.
Good one.
Nice pull.
Really good pull.
That's a great pull.
I got you on first base.
Second,
ready?
I got second baseman.
Hold on.
Well,
we're
hold
go-
on. Are we going head to head here, or do we want Lou? You know
Lou
what?
can join the
You know what I'm
party.
gonna
How about
do?
we each get a phone a friend? I'm gonna phone
Yeah.
a friend on my next turn. to
You'll
Lewis.
do it on
No,
the
I'm just
next
kidding.
one.
I know.
And
you.
I'm gonna go here because I'm struggling.
I'm struggling with the outfield.
So I'm gonna go second baseman. RD. That's Ray Durham.
Yeah.
Correct.
Did you look at my sheet?
No.
I had that shit written down.
That's he had one of my favorite
Leading off.
stances
Yep.
in MVP because
Yep.
the bat was like all the
Yep.
way back here. It was awesome.
For the third baseman, can I say the first name and say the last name is either this or this?
Yes.
And it's like a letter
No.
difference.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
If you say
Fine,
the first
fine,
name,
fine,
yeah,
fine,
yeah,
fine,
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
I think it's Edgar Alfonso or Alonzo.
Okay, so it's Alfonso.
It's not Edgar?
It's Edgardo.
Come on.
That's
Cheers.
close. I'm gonna
I'll
give it to you.
I'll give it
I'm
to
gonna
you.
give
I'll
it
give
to
it to
you.
you.
I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
Okay.
Any of these. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Lewis.
Wait, I did.
Lewis.
Dude, great baseball name, first baseman JT Snow.
That boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Obvious.
How
And that's
how
just-
happy
that's
is
just-
this making
Oh,
you
that
guys
just
right now?
unlocked one
The
for
pitcher.
me. Yeah, me too.
Jason Schmidt.
Fuck.
Yeah, nice.
Shit.
Dude.
I wasn't
Yeah,
even
he was their
looking at
ancient
the pitcher.
MVP.
So have we done any of the outfield yet?
No.
Okay.
we haven't.
No, but
Do you
this
guys
is where it
remember
gets
when
fun.
Jason-
I got
This is
one.
where it gets good.
Sorry, Jason Schmidt gets me really excited.
Yeah.
He thought that he was the best pitcher ever.
I thought
He
he was
had
gonna
the beard
suck.
down
Such
here.
a great shout from Lewis.
He
I
had
thought
just the chin beard.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be the best pitcher
He
ever.
was
The
gonna be
Marlins
so good.
0-3 going to San Francisco,
Yes, it was so-
game
oh,
1
dude, fist
in
me.
San Francisco, like
Yes.
a 3 p.m. game. That's when I knew we were winning the World
Incredible.
Series.
Nice.
That's when I knew we were winning
That's
the World
awesome.
Series.
Love that.
The center fielder is Marquise Grissom.
Yes, he also had the
that same
Durham
stance.
batting stance.
That's
They
what-
hit
that's what
1 and
unlocked
2.
it for
They
me.
hit 1 and 2.
Yep.
Fuck. And Lewis, you going to
Here's
help me
gonna-
out? Or, geez.
I mean, you can phone a friend.
I mean, he doesn't seem confident, though, on the outfielders.
Well, then you should have
Hold on,
phoned a friend
Give
earlier.
me a second. Let's everyone slow down. Like all these fast guesses, I banked some time to
The
think.
funny part about this is it's 3 strikes and you're out. There are only 2 names left, and yet I
If
don't
you
think
guys
either
go
of us know we
perfect-
can go back and
Yeah.
forth getting it wrong,
Yeah, it's possible.
and then we just tie. It's a draw.
What year?
This
did,
is 2005.
No, but what year did Moses Alou go to the Giants? Was that?
No, he would have been
06?
left field. It can't be a
It's a good
Moises Alou.
question.
He never played right field. That's a left fielder.
All right.
Sure about that, Chris?
You go. You
I mean,
go
he's in
ahead and
left
guess.
field in his most famous moment of his career.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and let Chris make his guess.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
I'm drawing a blank. We're playing 3 strikes, right?
Yep.
Do we have a strike?
Neither of us has a strike yet,
So we could just pitch it out. You can't.
and
you
you're
can't get me on
right now. There's only one phone a friend available. It's Chris to Lewis. So Lewis can.
Why
help
can't I
Chris
just
here.
call a random person? Like, let's do
Call
this,
a random person.
Okay.
Call a random
Call a
person.
random person.
Call a
because
random
my
person
choice
and
is
ask
out.
No,
them this
absolutely.
question.
We should absolutely do this.
You wanna
Let
call
me
your
think,
dad?
Let me think of this.
Call your
Let me think
your
of this.
brother's a big
My
baseball
brother's
guy,
a
right?
baseball guy. Let me think of who
All right.
my
So
best
while
go-to friend
while
would be.
we do that, we have a couple minutes left here. We're gonna clearly go over by just a couple of minutes just to wrap up this game. I want to give updates on the scores throughout the
I got
league.
some.
Who are my friends?
I
Do I
can
have
I can
friends?
go ahead and do this
Go for
for you. Let me just pull up everything.
I mean, I have the games right here. If
Um,
you want me to go ahead and do it.
I wanna know how. Well,
All
here
right,
I've
I
got
already
it
know who
now.
I want to call.
Okay, who are you calling?
My friend Kyle Davis.
Okay.
So that you can say, "Hey, Kyle."
Yeah.
It's 14-1 Brewers.
Oh my God, that got away from me. I
that
turned
got-
that game off.
Yeah, 8-4 Nationals in the bottom of the 8th. Twins and Orioles are at
All right, we're doing
0-0. All right, Kyle Davis.
6-0 Tigers.
We're looking for a right field and second base.
No,
No,
left
right
field.
field and
left field.
I already got Ray Durham.
I swear, if it's Moises Alou, this is gonna be a giant waste of time.
Kyle Davis. I'm gonna.
You got to answer the
that our
phone.
answer?
Your buddy's got to answer the
I
phone.
should have texted
dude,
him
if we're
before that
doing
I'm playing a
this.
trivia game for a lot
Kyle.
of money.
7 scoreless from Trevor Rogers.
This jerk.
It's 2-0 Phillies in the 3rd. That means a couple of runs off Nathan Eovaldi. Are you gonna just go ahead and guess then? Can you guess one of these?
All right. I'm gonna guess. I literally got nothing. I'm just gonna take a strike. I literally
You're
don't
taking
have
a
like
strike?
even
No,
guess. I can't
take a strike. No, he's
yes.
taking a strike. He's taking a strike. He's taking a strike. It's my guess.
Moises Alou.
No!
Yes.
Jesus. It's fucking M.A. It's M.A.
You're right. Why not just guess? Why not just guess?
Let him take a strike.
All right, good.
That's baseball.
That's
got you, Chris.
baseball.
I got you, baby.
Come on, dude.
At who?
What were we doing? We're sitting here. You just wanted to call Kyle.
He didn't
That
play
was
right.
what you wanted
I
to
don't
do.
care what this says. He didn't play right field.
He didn't play right field.
I am
until he
so-
got
100% played right
angry.
field.
I
Like
guarantee
most of
you
his
look.
career.
You look up his game. No. Games played. I guarantee you he has like
I'm
a thousand
going
left
on
field.
Fangraphs right now. I'm going
I
on
guarantee
Fangraphs
he's
right
got like
now.
maybe
I'm
100 right
doing
field.
this right now.
I cannot believe.
In his career,
I bet.
all right,
I
you're
bet it's
right.
8
You're
times
right.
as
You're
much
right.
in left field.
It's 10,206 and a third to
God.
4,760
so
and a third.
less than half of his career. I mean, that's more than I thought.
But
if I'm
he
being
still
honest.
played 7,000. You said 7. How many?
That's
Four
innings?
4,760 innings in right field.
Most people go games, but I
10,206
like your
in left
style.
field. Well, that's just how Fangraphs has it. That's how I'm able to see it.
4,600 divided by 9. To about, dude, that's still a ton of games.
Damn it! I just
1,000
looked at the
games.
chat. See, I'm an honest person.
All right,
can't
well,
guess
you're not
anymore.
allowed to guess. You're not allowed to guess.
I've been looking at the chat the whole day. Like I just
Jeremy.
saw a name. What am I talking about? I'm an idiot. That's different. I thought it said RK.
Okay.
I saw the
We're
name
good.
Ryan
We're good.
Klesko.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
not. I know, right? That's a name.
What a
That's
name,
a name,
dude. Oh,
All right, so
Ryan
PF, go ahead.
Klesko.
Jeremy's mad.
Hank
You understand-
Blaylock,
you understand-
Travis Hafner.
Why do I keep wanting to say Pete Fairbanks?
Ethan, I just want to make it clear
Dude, he was
that
just encouraging me to guess.
for the 1
No,
millionth
I was
time.
forcing him to guess. I wasn't going to let him
for
pass.
the 1 millionth time doing this. I had an opportunity to just coast to a victory because he was going to say nothing. I was going to say Moises Alou. Strike 2, strike 1, strike 3. I win.
now
But instead,
the game has
you
flipped.
pushed him into a corner,
The game
and
has
now
flipped.
the game has flipped.
Yes.
And I am so sick of this manipulation of the results.
Usually it goes against me, all right? For once, usually I'm getting backstabbed around here.
I'm looking for names that start with P.
So am I.
Philip. Felipe. That's not how it would work. Pablo.
Let's work together. How about you and I?
I got it.
Team up for this
got
lesson. Yeah.
Pedro Feliz.
Yes!
What? Where'd that come from?
Walk-off winner.
No, I mean, he also.
At Borders.
But we all
Well,
win.
see,
We
that
went
was
perfect,
That was
boys.
a left fielder.
This is one of the, this is genuinely we've never done this before.
The
on Pitch Clock,
idea-
at least since I've been here.
The idea
We went perfect.
that we would go perfect on this stream.
20 names.
What a way!
Or excuse me, 19 names.
What a way to go into this Major League Baseball season.
Let me
I'm
scroll
so
up in
proud
this
of
chat
us.
A little bit. I'm
I'm just checking
smelling
in
some
now.
funny
I want some
business.
hugs.
I just
Did
want to
anybody
say
say
some,
it?
I want to say some
Oh,
names
somebody
in
said it
here.
right here.
look
Somebody
at-
said it here.
Oh, boy.
I want to say some names.
Oh,
You
boy.
think I
need
cheated?
An instant replay of Jeremy's eyes the last minute and a half.
Alexi Ramirez.
You think I cheated?
Jason
Are
Bay.
you incapable of cheating? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Kelly
That's the thing you're
Shopping.
Yeah, I'm an honest man.
Wow.
Ryan Terrio.
Folks, I got news for you. If someone ever tells you they never cheat,
I cheated.
you did?
Yeah.
I knew it. I caught him.
I cheated.
Yes.
Ryan Terrio. Marco Scudero. Kelly Shopping.
Kelly Shopping.
JJ
Cole Kauser just scored. It's
JJ
1-0 Orioles.
You know how I knew Jeremy?
Mike
and
John-
that concludes
You know how I
our
knew
first
Jeremy-
live stream.
Because I saw it too, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say it.
You asshole.
I was like, I can't do it, and then
That
10 seconds later,
concludes.
Jeremy's like, Pedro Feliz.
Unieski Betancourt.
You are such a sneak. That's why he's like, let me say other names. Let me try to hide this.
Yeah, I totally
Paul,
tried to hide it. I totally tried to hide it.
Love
I
this.
got it.
Hey,
I love this show
Ass
so
off.
much.
Yeah,
guys.
thank you, man. I'm a good actor.
I love the show so much.
Oh, that's so good.
The
That
Semitic.
makes me feel better about myself that you're capable of that.
I know.
It
Hey,
makes me feel like a better person.
William Adams 9109. Thanks.
Ah,
We love you. We love all of you. Hey, if you haven't watched it yet,
It's good.
go watch the Pitch Clock that has analysis from Adnan
Yeah.
telling us that Logan Webb's going to win the Cy Young. It's available now on the YouTube page. Lewis, thank you. Chris, thank you. Ethan, thank you.
wow, I
Jane-
never thought you cheating would make me so happy.
Jane Levy, David Samson,
Mike Ryan.
Danny Alvarez, and Adnan Verk, who hopefully got to work safely.
Ethan.
Thank you guys.
Percy.
Percy, thanks for all that you do. Jason, thank you for directing. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Lewis.
Signing off. It's the Semitic Warrior.
Cynthia.
I can't believe I
hear you
cheated.
out there. I heard that.
I feel
heard you
bad about
laughing.
it.
I heard
Am I
you
such a
laughing.
competitor that I felt the
Kirsten,
need to
heard Kirsten
cheat?
out there as well.
Brian
laughing.
Giles.
Thank you for laughing at my jokes, Kirsten and Cynthia.
Matt Stairs.
Brad Osmus.
Jason Kendall.
Xavier Nady.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.